Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 3 of the All Time Tag League here as we've ran our first 4 shows. And before we run our next set of 4 shows, we're going to run through the standings somewhat quickly here, as we're going to try to at least, as this series is all going to be a long one. And now we're going to go through, before every episode now, we'll go through the standings, as we'll start off with 64 through 60, as the bottom 5 teams, if you will, as it's going to be, the American Wolves there at the very bottom, Demolition, Violence Giants, Rockville Express, and LAX at 60, being the one team that has 2 points, having a record of 1-3. So this how this happened is basically we took their strength of schedule, where we took their first 4 opponents, we totaled up their records. So Rockville Express, right now they're at 61. There's obviously 0-4, tied with everybody else that's 0-4. And to determine where everybody's standings are, because we're still very early on, we just looked at all the records. So they took on Jericho, which they're 4-0. They took on Rob Van Dam and Sabu the second night, which they are 3-1. And they took on the Dudley Boys and then the Steiner Brothers, who are also, all three of those teams are they should have at least 3-1. I think RVD Sabu, now I'm saying it out loud, I think they're 2-2. We'll see later on, but they finish out 12-4, so that's why they're ahead of them. Violence Giants, they're 11-5 as far as their record, strength of schedule. Demolition, 10-6. They lost to the Road Warriors and the Holy Demon Army and the Violence and the American Violence Connection. So there's where their records. And then for the American Wolves, they are their strength of schedule. It's 8-8 right now, as they took on the Usos, Stenerica over the Revival, and then Filthy Animals. So that's just kind of where we're at there. For LAX, they were the worst team of the teams that went 1-3 that had one win, as their strength of schedule was 6-9, a losing record. Pretty sad, especially compared to where they were, because they took on some somewhat big names there at the beginning, but then they just lost to too many people. I think was really the big thing about it. That as they lost to I believe it was to the world's greatest tag team, is who they lost to, and I think also London and Kendrick as well. But they're 2-2 teams. It doesn't really matter. They're same thing with Doyoshi, I believe, is also another 2v2 team. So yeah, let's go to that side of the bracket, which is the 59 through the 40, which is right there. You see World's Greatest Tag Team at the bottom, having the win over LAX solidified their spot there. Oh no, that's a world class tag team. Jesus, there's there's the dyslexia. There's step it in there as world class tag team. Ja don't get it. Their one win coming against Benoit Malenko, as Los Gringos Locos there at having 2 points, obviously, as Los Gringos Locos felt like they're going to do really well. Then Art Barr really didn't pull his weight around, so they're there at 58. The Briscoe brothers, Mark and Jay Briscoe, at 57th. Beer Money Inc., which at 56. Strong Big Japan at 55. Kobashi Masawa, widely enough, at 54. It seemed like they were going to be a team to look out for, obviously, with their talent-wise. Just so far has not clicked together. The Midnight Express at 53. DIY at 52. Bad Intentions at 51. The Eliminators at 50. The World's Greatest Tag Team at 49. The Mega Powers at 48. That's pretty wild. As a team of Hogan and Savage, not even getting into the top 32, let alone being at 48. That is tough. The Usos at 47. Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki at 46. Axis at 45. Motor City Machine Guns at 44. As Generation Next with 43. That's Jack Evans and Roderick Strong. Giant Bob and Antonio Inoki at 42. The Nightmare Family, the Brotherhood, whatever you want to call them, as Dustin and Cody Rhodes. And then the Rockers at 40. So let's to bring back our notes again to talk about kind of where everybody should be at. So Los Gringos Locos, they were 9-7, so there actually were a lot better records than like Beer Money and fucking Beer Money and I think the Briscoe brothers. But they had lost to the Briscoe brothers, so that's why they are slotted here as far as that goes. So you had to change that around. So you have the Briscoe brothers. They were 8-8, so they slid behind DIY, as DIY, and after they, because they were 9-7, so that's why we filled in Beer Money and the Briscoes. Now, Strong Big Japan, they were 9-7, but they lost to Kobashi Masawa, so that's why they are there ahead of Kobashi Masawa, which their record was actually 7-9. Their strength of schedule, they had a losing strength of schedule, which it actually tied for world class tag team. However, they had actually beaten a team where, even though world class tag team, they did beat a better team with Malenko and Benoit, but they had lost to Bad Intentions and they lost to Beer Money, who are two teams that they're obviously below. So it was just kind of how that evened out. The Midnight Express was 11-5. Weirdly enough, their strength of schedule, they had lost to Jericho and the RVD Sabu and the Dudleys, but they had lost to Bad Intentions, which is why they're slotted below them. And so that's just kind of where we're filling in everywhere as we're going. Bad Intentions, and I believe the Eliminators and Bad Intentions, they were 8-8 is the Eliminator strength of schedule. Bad Intentions was 9-7, so you probably could have went the other way, having Bad Intentions ahead of the Eliminators. However, the Eliminators, they beat DIY, so that's why they get the advantage there. Whereas Bad Intentions, I guess you could have went either way. Their only win was against world class tag teams, so they're both 1-3 teams. It was just kind of really tough to choose. I guess we could have should have went with Bad Intentions. I think we went to a coin toss there to determine at one point if it's tied as far as strength of schedules, which happened with I believe that happened as no world's greatest tag team. They were 8-8 for their strength of schedule. They just had to they beat, I believe it was LAX was their only win, so that's why they're pretty high up there. But they lost to Hart Foundation, Young Bucks, and the British Bulldogs. So three, solid little teams, both having winning records. All three of those teams. As for the Mega Powers, they're 9-7. Their only one was against Demolition now. So even though they lost to the Rock and Sock Connection, Hanson, and Brady two-man power trip, obviously three great teams, losing to an 0-4 Demolition definitely hurt their cause a little bit more. But still, they're at it's still very early on, obviously, these standings. So this is going to be ever changing. As the Usos had a 10-6 record strength, so they were taking on the American Wolves. They were 0-4. That didn't really help their cause, but they lost Edge and Christian, who are 4-0 team, and then Stenerico and Ring Conf, who are 3-1 teams. We slid them. Should be under Hayabusa and Jinsei Shizaki, who also were 10-6, but they had a coin toss between Usos and Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. So that's how they determined that. That was the tiebreaker, was the coin toss. Axis and Motor City Machine Guns are next, and they both were 10-6. So again, another coin toss. Motor City Machine Guns won the coin toss between Axis and them. So we have that. For Generation Next, they were also 10-6 for the record strength. So a lot of 10-6s going on for the Premier League, as you see there. Premier League teams from 47 to 43, as they were just the final one, so they got to be the lone one, as they beat London and Kendrick. They beat the best team out of compared to those three, felt like, at least. Whereas Motor City Machine Guns and Axis, they both beat Hart Foundation. That's why they were slotted against each other, to where Generation Next had a little bit more of an advantage, a slight edge. As for now, Bob and Inoki, wild enough, they were 10-6 as well, but their loss was to the Nightmare Family, which is why they are slotted there. Nightmare Family ahead of them, which they were 11-5, their strength of schedule, as they lost to the Road Warriors, the Miracle Violence Connection, and Bam Bam Invader, so 3-1 team, and then a 4-0 team. Tough schedule for them. And the Rockers, they're at the top at 40. They beat the Funks, which is probably the best team that I've seen any of these 1-3 teams beat, a 3-1 team. And they lost to the two-man power trip and a couple other people. I didn't write down exactly who they were, but it's 12-4. And of course, being a part of the National League helped them out a lot, I'm assuming, just as far as strength of schedule, as you saw. Kind of towards the bottom, a lot more National League teams, though, as I say that, compared to the Premier League teams. So far, seems like we're having a lot more. As then to the next group, which I believe is 59, or is 39 through 20. As we see here, we have the Shield at 39, the Filthy Animals, which we stopped the 1-3 teams, and now we're going into the 2-2 teams with the Filthy Animals at 38, Masahiro Chono and Kaiji Muto at 37, the Heart Foundation at 36, Golden Lovers at 35, Tenkoji 34, the Revival at 33, Doyoshi at 32, Bucks at 31, London and Kendrick 30, Harlem Heat at 29, Red Dragon, Undisputed Era at 28, RVD and Sabu at 27, 26 The Outsiders, Kenta Fuji at 25, the APA at 24, the Funks at 23, the Two-Man Power Trip at 22, Malenko and Benoit at 21, to now starting. We're going into the 3-1 category, so a very small list of 2-2 compared to what we just saw with the 1-3 teams. As them, the Miracle Vines Connection being rounding out the list of 20. So yeah, going into the 1v3 team, as obviously the Shield, they are, as far as strength of schedules goes, they had the strongest one out of any 1-3 team. It was 12-4. They took on the Holy Demon Army, Road Warriors, and the Miracle Vines Connection. They beat the Road Warriors, first of all, beating a 3-1 team. And, same thing with, like, the Rockers, but they just took on a lot more stronger of a schedule with the Holy Demon Army, Miracle Vines Connection, Bam Bam Invader. For the Shield there, the Filthy Animals, they're at the bottom of the 2v2 teams. Their strength of schedule is the worst. It's 4-2. They took on Axis and Jinsei Shinzaki and Hayabusa. They lost to Kenta Fuji, and then, of course, they beat American Wolf. So they lost to, I forget which one they beat, whether it was Axis. I think it was Shinsei Axis beating Filthy Animals there. But that's where they're at so far. Obviously, that can change with the strength of schedules for the next go around. As Muto and Chono was the next one. They're 5-11 for their strength of schedules. They're lost to the APA and the Outsiders. So you see are way up there as far as for the 2v2 teams. As the next crop of teams, next three of them, their strength of schedule was 6-10, which the Heart Foundation Golden Lovers came down to a coin toss, as they're both 6-10, and both from the Premier League, gave the edge to Golden Lovers thanks to winning the coin toss. Tenkoji was another 6-10 team, as the only national team. They got the edge there, as a lot of 7-9 teams you see there, from the Revival going to Doyoshi, going to the Young Bucks, and then to RVD and Sabu. As far as, and then we have Red Dragon as well, but Red Dragon's way the fuck up there, thanks to them beating Harlem Heat. As for the Revival and Doyoshi, another coin toss. Doyoshi won that. The Young Bucks and London Kendrick, another coin toss between those two. The Young Bucks lost out to that one, as they lost to London and Kendrick anyway, so that was just a tiebreaker for them. As far as Harlem Heat goes, they beat Doyoshi, but then they lost to Red Dragon, so they got to be ahead of Doyoshi, but then, of course, right under Red Dragon for that. So that's just kind of how that went. And then RVD and Sabu at the very, very top of the 7-9 teams due to beating Baba Nanoki and forget who else off the top. They are not in my notes, as but they're went above Red Dragon for that one. And now we have the 10-6 team for the Outsiders, as they finished obviously 2-2. Beating Muto and Chono, and they beat the Funks as well. Actually, no, they lost the Funks, rather. As the Outsiders, they're at 26. Not a bad spot at all. Still very early. A lot can happen. For them, they're just looking to vie for that playoff spot very early on now. As Kenta Fuji at 25. Their strength of schedule, 11-5. Really, really good there, as they beat the Revival, and I believe they beat, forget who else, to be honest. I think it was Filthy Animals. Could be wrong there. As Kenta Fuji 11-5. The lone Premier League team there. There's a lot of national teams up there at the top part of this stable, or of the standings, rather. As now we're going on to the rest of the last final 2v2 team. It's the APA, which APA and Kenta Fuji came down to a coin toss. APA ended up winning that coin toss to have the tiebreaker win between the two. Obviously, once we get into more games played, there's going to be a lot less coin flips and more just, they're actually going to get some more tiebreaker wins over teams, so it'll be helping out the standings a lot more and make a lot more sense for these standings. So now we're going on to the 3-1 teams, as the bottom five, or bottom four rather, bottom four 3-1 teams, all National League teams. The Funks, Two Man Power Trip, Malenko Benoit, and Miracle Vines Connection. So they all had losing records for strength of schedule, even though they're 3-1. Funk Brothers was 4-12. Two Man Power Trip was 4-12. So they had a coin toss. Two Man Power Trip won that. Malenko Brothers and Miracle Vines Connection, they were both 5-11. As they lost the Steiner Brothers, and Malenko and Benoit, they lost the World Class Tag Team. So instead of doing the coin toss, I was like, well, Miracle Vines Connection lost to the better team, so might as well just give them the added notion without dealing with a coin toss. And now, finally, the last table we're going to show. We're going to go through 1 through 19, as at the bottom we have the Dudley Boys at 19, Hanson and Brody at 18, Stenerico at 17, Holy Demon Army at 16, The New Day at 15, Lucha Brothers at 14, British Bulldogs at 13, Steiner Brothers at 12, Ring Kampf at 11, that's wild to see, Phenomenal Angels, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels at 10, now into the top 10, Hardy Boys at 9, Rocket Sock Connection 8, the Road Warriors at 7, and our top 6 teams that are undefeated so far, Jericho, Arn and Tully, the Four Horsemen, Brothers of Destruction, Gay and the Undertaker, Kings of Wrestling, Claudio Castagnoli and Chris Hero, Bam Bam and Vader, and Edge and Christian at the very top at 1. So to go into the top half of the top 3-1 teams, we have the Dudley Boys at the bottom at 6-10, which they were tied with Hanson and Brody, and then they were also tied with the Phenomenal Angels, as all 3 of those teams were 6-10. But the reason with the Phenomenal Angels being so high up there is they beat a couple of big teams, though. They beat the Lucha Brothers, and they also beat, I forget who, obviously, they beat Los Gringos Locos, and I think they beat somebody else. It wasn't, I should have had everybody on there, but beating the Lucha Brothers helped their case out a lot, as the Lucha Brothers, you see there at 14, is very, just saying, that's a big-time team to beat. And, that's where we had the coin toss. Hanson and Brody won that, ended up beating out the Dudley Boys. And then Stenerico, which, weirdly enough, they're 7-9, probably should be higher on the list, but their only big wins were against Kenta Fuji, who was a 2-2 team. They beat the Wolves, who were 0-4, and the Usos, who are 1-3. So, but they lost Edge and Christian, was their only loss, so that's why they're there at 17. Holy Demon Army at 16, another 7-9 team, as they their only loss was the Rocket Sock Connection, but they lost but they rather beat Hanson and Brody, and they beat Shield as well, as they were a 1-3 team, but they had a big, strong strength of schedule, and they beat Demolition, which is 0-4 teams. I just felt like they had a better win over Stenerica, which is why they have the advantage there. No coin toss needed. As the New Day at 15, whereas the New Day 8-8, which them and the Lucha Brothers and the Steiner Brothers were all 8-8, where you have the Lucha Brothers having the tiebreaker win over New Day thanks to the coin toss. No, I should have put that a little bit more elegantly there. It was a coin toss. It was not a tiebreaker win for the Lucha Brothers over the New Day, which is why that's 14-15. The British Bulldogs sneaking in there at 13. That is because they were an also 8-8 team. So we actually had 4 8-8 teams on strength of schedule for them, where the Bulldogs and Steiners came down to a coin toss. Steiner Brothers got the win on the coin toss, so that is why they are 12th. Ring Kampf at 11. They are 9-7. Have a positive record as far as strength of schedule wise, so that helps them out a lot. One of the best strength of schedules we've seen as far as the 3-1 teams. Problem is, though, they beat the Lucha Brothers as well, and they also beat Los Gringos Locos and the Usos, but they lost to Edge and Christian as well. So somewhat the same kind of record as Stenerico, just a little bit better, which is why they got bumped up, and their strength of schedule helped them out to 11th. Or I talked about the Phenomenal Angels at 10. That was just, maybe they didn't deserve to be at that final spot, but I just was, that is where we had it. Hopefully there's a better reason. I don't have it in my notes exactly who their 4th team was, who they beat, but they were scheduled to be at least above there. Maybe Ring Kampf should have been at 10, where Phenomenal Angels 11 could have messed up there. As the Hardy Boys at 9, Hardy Boys are coming in at 9-7. Same thing with Ringkampf, but they had a couple of wins, a couple of big wins. I do say so myself. Just they, as far as their one loss was, I believe it was to the I think it was the Heart Foundation. I could be wrong. I want to say it was the Heart Foundation. Might have been the Bucks. Could have been Golden Lovers. Can't remember off the top of my head, as it was not on my notes again. Gotta make better notes, is what I have got from this so far. The Rock and Sock Connection, another 9-7 team, as basically Rock and Sock Connection, the Hardy Boys came down to a coin toss. Rock and Sock Connection won, so they get the lead there. As the final 3-1 teams, the Road Warriors. Now, granted, I will say this: their record is 5-11. 5-11 for strength of schedule. That is terrible compared to a lot of these teams. I mean, that is a lot of these bottom of the tier teams were 5-11. You know, that we saw outside the top 20. But the reason why they are higher on this list is, yes, they did beat the Demolition team, which is, you know, fucking 0-4. They lost the Shield, who were 1-3, and they beat the Nightmare Family, which I think is another 1-3 team. But they beat the Rock and Sock Connection, who are 9-7. So having a tiebreaker win over the Rock and Sock Connection built them up to where they are above them. So it's so effective, we get them at 7, and they're the top 3-1 team according to this standing so far after the first 4 games. And now finally, the undefeated teams. We have Edge and Christian, Bam Bam and Vader, Kings of Wrestling, Brothers of Destruction, Arn and Tully, and Jericho. So Jericho were 4-15 on their strength of schedule. They had the worst strength of schedule, so that's why they're there. Both 5-11 teams on strength of schedule for Arn and Tully and Brothers of Destruction came down to a coin toss. Brothers of Destruction won that. As Kings of Wrestling are at 7-9, Bam Bam and Vader were 8-8, and then Edge and Christian had the best as far as strength of schedule goes for the 4-0 teams, having it at 9-7. That is our standing so far. Obviously, a lot's going to change after these couple of shows here, as we're going to start with this Premier League Week 5 show. That's alright. We're probably going to rent the Nassau Coliseum as like this. So I kind of was looking at the some of the matches there. I was like, that's probably going to be the opener. It's probably going to go here. So at least we have a somewhat of an idea going into now Week 5 of the Premier League. So this is Los Gringos Locos Eliminators match. We're going to have this be the opener for now. As, who should win this matchup is the question. As Perry Saturn, this is basically going to be, if we could take away Ardbar and John Cronus, we're going to have Eddie and Perry Saturn, which that's a hell of a matchup on paper. And obviously 2 of the 4 Radicals, they have their history. I give it to Los Gringos Locos. I think Eddie desperately deserves a win here, as he'll hit Cronus with the Frog Splash. There's some a nice little win for Los Gringos Locos. As let's see what else we got here. Kenta Fuji and the Golden Lovers. I like that. I like the look of that match. As we have that going 25 minutes as a technical masterclass. It's a dangerous game. A dangerous game there. Man, who should win this goddamn matchup? Is the question. Obviously, Bushi and Omega, as they're 45, 65. I'm just kind of looking at the pop just to remind myself where everybody's at. So, yeah, obviously, Marfuji's is probably going to be the weaker of the 4. Pop-wise, yeah. Yeah, let's have a Bushi beat Marfuji. Big win for Golden Lovers there. Edge and Christian taking on Conan and Rey Mysterio Jr. The undefeated Edge and Christian. Number 1 team, according to the standings. They're going to keep their winning ways going, as Christian's going to pin Conan. Mysterio with, obviously, Edge and Christian be a lot of fun. Now, we're going to bump this up time-wise. Just because I feel like it's going to be a lot better than it has any right to be. So we had Conan as the Red Agent, Corey. Nice. As we'll just change around the card a little bit. Alright. Now, DIY and Doyoshi. Yeah, we'll throw that on the card. So, oh, another technical masterclass. Oh my. I don't think they can Choppa? Champa 63. That might be a little too out of there for this matchup to pull it off. Fuck it. We'll keep it there. We're gonna have Masato Yoshino get the win over DIY. Speed Muscles Doyoshi win that one. I feel like it's a bad idea. For now, we're gonna keep it there. Just as far as if we need to cut some stuff. New Day and Red Dragon, that's a fun match. I like that. I like the sound of that. As we'll bump it up a little bit more. Give it 20. As we're gonna give... let's give Red Dragon a win. Fuck it. Red Dragon. Kofi there. Wow. As Red Dragon. It's a big win for him. 52's Bobby Fischer's pop. See if Kyle's pop is 53. Assuming it's going to be 60s. 54. See Big E's is a little higher. Yeah, 64. Yeah, yeah. I like it though. I think it's a fun match. Bulldogs and the Guns. That sounds actually Phenomenal Angels and Kings of Wrestling. That's a nice match there. Let's give them some time. 23 minutes sounds good to me. As Kings of Wrestling are going to keep on with their winning ways. As let's put a stop. We'll stop at a undefeated team. AJ Styles, the Phenomenal Angels. They're going to get the win as AJ's going to hit a Hero. Probably a spiral tap. Be my guess. There you go. Down goes the undefeated team. Just like that. Big win for Phenomenal Angels, too. That's a huge tiebreaker win. So, yeah, I'm thinking right there is good. Yeah, this, switch there. So, we got a lot of matches that are going over 20 minutes already. Alright, so let's, I know Harlem Heat London Kendrick is not going to go that long. That's more of like an undercard match. As, we're going to have, yeah, we'll have London Kendrick get the win, as Kendrick's going to pin Stevie Ray. Roger Strong, Jack Evans, World's Greatest Tag Team. As we'll give World's Greatest Tag Team the win here. Shelton over Jack. That's a fun match, though. That would have been awesome to see in like the mid-2000s. So we'll bump. Let's see here. I really want Los Gringos Locos and Eliminators to kind of be the opener, but maybe, yeah, I like this. I like this card right here. It's fun. A DIY Doyoshi is probably gonna be a little lower, actually. There we go. So there's Los Gringos Locos moving up on the card, just like that. As Wolves and Arn and Tully, as the undefeated Arn and Tully, gonna get the win here as well. So they're gonna beat Davey and Eddie, poor American Wolves. Getting killed as Arn's gonna pin Eddie. Probably should have just pinned Davey. That's not a huge deal. So we'll put that there. Jinsei Shinzaki and Hayabusa taking on the Hart Foundation. It's a big matchup here. So we're gonna have Brett get the win. Hart Foundation, we're floundering there for a hot minute. They lost, I think, 2 straight at the end, but coming in strong for this next one. Next series of tapings, as I'm going to call them. It's Strong and Evans. Oh, we're bumping. Okay, we're going nuts with this. Should probably bring out the placement mode, just to save time. Thinking there. Looks good to me. So again, Brett's going to do his thing, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Let's see, we got 6 matches left. Young Bucks and Axis, that's a fun match. As we're going to have Matt Jackson get the win over Go Shiozaki. As the Bulldogs and Motor City Machine Guns, we're going to give, I think we're going to give Give the Bulldogs a win. Here's Davey. He's been saving. And let's see what else we Ring Comp Stenerico. That's a fun fucking match. Yeah, we'll give this some time. Give it 20. Man. Oh, it was set for a Wild Brawl. We're probably going to change that, even though that kind of would be awesome to see. Yeah, let's keep it as a Wild Brawl. That would be pretty awesome to see as a Wild Brawl. As, we're going to have Stenerico get the win, as Steen is going to pin Timothy Thatcher. Just to kind of stop Ring Comp for a little bit. So yeah, we've had a good bit of match. Placement mode. We have Ring Comp. And Stenerico. That's probably gonna be, well, throw that there. Bulldogs and the guns. We'll throw that there. And then Young Bucks and Access, which I really love this match. Just know it's not gonna be able to really do a whole lot, but we're gonna put it there. Alright. So we're going to be pretty good on time, looks like. We'll probably have to change a lot. Let's just look at the booking analysis real quick. So Boris Malenko, and then we got to do a Steal the Show. Oh yeah, Hayabusa still got floating bone chips as well. So yeah, we just got to change a Boris match. Hopefully this is one of them. Nope. It's a Guerrero match. See, this is a Boris match. It is. Sabbath beat Conan. Nope, still. That's probably Still the Show, yeah. So, we could have it be Access and Young Bucks. I think that's probably what we'll do. I'm not really sure where we're going to have the card be at, to be honest, because part of me is like, man, Japan would be kind of cool, because you have Kenta Fuji Golden Lovers, who have Young Bucks and Access, you have DIY and Doyoshi. There's a lot of fun matches that could happen in Japan, but I just don't feel like that's the play. As LAX and Hardy Boys. Hardy Boys gonna get the win here. So we'll give Matt Hardy a win. Not really sure where we'll put that one. Lucha Brothers and the Briscoes, though. That's a fun fucking match right here. As we're gonna give Pentagon Jr. the win there. Lucha Brothers keeping on with their winning ways. We don't have it be Steal the Show. Don't need it at this point. The Revival and the Usos are our last match we're gonna do. Really, two teams that can really do. I could really use a win either way. It's tough because I felt like the Usos were doing low 60s, if memory serves me correct. Let's take a look real quick. Yeah, low 60s for them, and I felt like the Revival were kind of doing the same thing, low 60s. Just kind of see this Edge and Christian match. Actually, yeah, low 60s is what Cash was just doing a little bit better on Cash Wheeler, aka Dash Wilder. And, yeah, well, we're gonna give Usos the win. Jay beat Scott Dawson. It's a fun match, though. Alright, so let's now organize this card. LAX, Hardy Boys. Probably should put that there. Revival and the Usos. We're gonna put that right there. And then Lucha Brothers, we're gonna put right there. Alright. Actually, we'll switch that out for that. Alright, now booking announcement, I'm sure it's another road agent note. Oh, it's a ref note, Nick Patrick. We'll start at the top. Oh, hope I didn't. Yep, alright, it was Nick Patrick. We'll have Tommy Young. Ref it. No, still not enough. Take placement mode off just in case I fuck something up. Just work from the bottom now. Nope. Kill a what? Unless did I just fuck over Nick Patrick? Nope, still slightly too much. Wolves and Arn and Sully? Nope. Harlem Heat, London and Kendrick, is that? There we go. And so we'll have Chad Patton. There we go. Alright. So save and run the show. Oh, what the hell? Oh, I hit that match. There we go. And wow, yeah. This did great. This should have been a lot higher. As the world's greatest tag team defeating Strong and Evans, Generation Next, as in just under 12 minutes. Shelton Benjamin pinning Jack Evans with a leapfrog. Yeah, Shelton did slightly better than Jack, and Roddy did slightly better than Charlie Haas. So just kind of even playing field there. Would have loved to see that higher on the card for sure. That was a match I was excited to see, but I was just kind of like, well, maybe he'll shit the bed. Definitely did not shit the bed there. That was awesome. Yeah, there we go. This tried and trumps that we need to have Davey and Eddie every time in the opener because they're just now pulling the ratings. As Arn and Tully getting their wins and keeping their undefeated winning ways. It's Arn pinning Eddie with a spike pile driver. It's Arn Anderson with an 86, 67 for Tully, 59 for Davey, 55 for Eddie. There we go. It's a 75 for Harlem Heat in London and Kendrick. As again, kind of Stevie bringing down Harlem Heat as London and Kendrick getting the win with the sliced bread into the shooting star press on Stevie Ray in 12:37. Yeah, Brian Kendrick doing a great job so far. So obviously Booker T and Paul London. So 81, another 81 as Davey and Dynamite the British Bulldogs defeating Motor City Machine Guns when Davey pinned Chris Sabin the Bulldog super diving headbutt. Yeah, that was a good match. I mean, you got 78, 79 for Dynamite and Davey, 78 for Alex Shelley, 72 for Sabin. Yeah, it was a good match. I would love to see Alex Shelley and Dynamite Kid. I don't want that to be a hell of a match. I got an 81 of the night as the ring comps Generico Wild Brawl goes 12 minutes. Steen pinning Timothy Thatcher with the package pile driver. Svalter with a 75, 77 for Kevin Steen. 64 for Timothy Thatcher. So again, the same thing. Timothy Thatcher had +2, but then Kevin Steen had +2 over Walter. So it was just kind of stuck between the two. But I felt like the right decision was, again, because we ran the Nassau Coliseum too. So I was just like, oh yeah, this did not go well. As just tactical match, shouldn't have even tried it. But Masato Yoshino pinned Tommaso Ciampa with a Torbellino. And 1955 is 66 for Johnny Gargano, 61 for Masato Yoshino, and then 57 for Naruki Doi. Tommaso Ciampa with a 55. Yeah, we should add this shit way down the card. We should have opened up with this card, with this match on the card. I had a bad feeling about it. Should have went with Good Instincts there. It's a 76 to get us back on track for this Hardy Boys and Latin America Exchange match. Matt Hardy pinning Ortiz after the Twist of Fate Swanton Bomb combo. It's Jeff Hardy, 85. 76 for Matt Hardy. 64 for Ortiz, and then 57 for Santana. Now, 73 for the Hart Foundation. Hayabusa Jinsei Shinzaki matchup. Hayabusa's injuries really taking his toll, and he was off his game with a 42. Probably have to have Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki in the opener as well for our next matchups. I felt like Brett could have pulled it out, but even Jim Neidhart with a 57, he just... Poor Brett. He's done all he could here. So he taps out Hayabusa in 14 minutes. Just under 14 minutes. 13:59. It's a 79 for this Los Gringos Locos Eliminators match. As Eddie Guerrero with a 91. Getting the pinfall win for the Los Gringos Locos teams after the Brainbuster Frog Splash combo. Yeah, I mean, Eddie's doing his thing. Arbar not doing his thing. But if they go to Mexico, which I have a plan to have a show in Mexico once we do Los Gringos Locos and Filthy Animals. I think that's going to be an awesome match, but I'd just love to see that in Mexico. I think that'd be huge. But Perry Saturn with a 71, 62 John Coronas. Tough one for the Eliminators there. There's a 70 for this Revival Usos matchup. I should have known better. Should have known to put this way the fuck down the card. I don't know why. I was like, oh yeah, this Usos Revival match, yeah, let's keep it up on the card. No, there's no way. I knew that Brett would outperform everybody in this match. Had a feeling that Eddie would outperform everybody in this match. So if I know there's going to be somebody in the match that could outperform everybody that's happening on the next match, should just probably stick with just go with what you know. But it happens. It was a 70 though. At least it could have been a lot worse. It's an 80 for this man. Yeah, I mean, fucking Access and Young Bucks is Nakajima with a 57. That's tough. Goshi Zaki with a 70. Love to see that, as the Young Bucks getting the win over Axis with Matt Jackson, Ben Go Shizaki. They have the Meltzer driver. I don't know why, and I had their finishes just super kicks. I don't know. They won't hit their finish. I respect it. As a 75 for the Lucha Brothers, Briscoe Brothers matchup. Brothers versus brothers. What a fun match. As Pentagon Jr. tapping out Mark Briscoe, trying to break his goddamn arm. A 76 for Pentagon, a 70 for Phoenix, 69 for Jay Briscoe, Mark Briscoe, 60. So right team won. Just was kind of stuck between. There's just a lot better matches on the card so far. Seems like a 75 that was nothing to slouch about though. It's a great little match. The 76 for New Day Red Dragon, as Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish hitting Chasing the Dragon on Kofi Kingston in 2014. As Kyle O'Reilly was 74, outperformed everybody. Big E with a 70, 65 for Kofi, and 63 for Bobby Fish. So you have a 2-point difference for Kofi and Bobby Fish, but a 4-point difference between Kyle O'Reilly and Big E. The right team won. Again, I mean, this has been a great little card so far, besides the is all this fucking match. Yep. Tactical match goes by the wayside. Should have just had it be no technical, just let it be a regular match. It would have been fine. It's the Golden Lovers defeating Kenta Fuji in 23-15 as Ibushi pinning Michi Marufuji. It's the Golden Shower as a 77 for Omega, 71 for Ibushi, 69 for Kenta, 64 for Marufuji again. Right, team 1. So 75 for the Phenomenal Angels, Kings of Wrestling, as no more undefeated Kings of Wrestling, as the Phenomenal Angels getting the win in 23-06. AJ Styles pins Chris Hero with the Styles Clash. It's an 80 for Claudio, 74 for AJ, 70 for Daniels. So you have a 6-point difference for Styles, but then a 5-point difference for Daniels. So just the 1-point advantage. Technically, Chris Hero and Claudio Castagnoli, Kings of Wrestling, were the better team, quote unquote, but it just still wasn't enough for the Kings of Wrestling there to get the win. I felt like it was the right decision to have the Phenomenal Angels win. So now our main event, it's a 78, as Edge and Christian defeating Conan and Rey Mysterio Jr. as the Filthy Animals. 20 minutes, Christian pinning Conan with a stacked superplex. As Conan was the weak link, he was a 55 and 89 for Rey, 87 for Edge, and a 76 for Christian. Felt like they could have hit the 90s, but it was not meant in the cards for Edge and Rey. But yeah, all in all, I'm happy with the show. It's a 78. Obviously, take away the technical masterclass matches, which sucks because we have to do like a match like that, so it just kind of sucks. But it is what it is. We're stuck here. We're stuck in this hellhole. But yeah, I mean, as far as who to put over, I think Eddie deserves a lot of praise for his match. I want to give some love to the Bulldogs. I'm going to give some love to Davey. Because that match, I mean, I believe that was the best match on the card, that 81. And just trying to think who else. You know, fucking Shelton Benjamin. That opener. Opener was awesome. Good stuff. Just trying to spreading the wealth around. So now, we have one showdown for the Premier League and on to the National League for Week 5. See if any more undefeated teams lay waste, as we're now down to just 5 undefeated teams, as we're just already 5 weeks in. How fun. As of course with the National League brings backstage incidents, because the old backstage area is a fucking ginormous click. As Shawn Michaels and Demolition Smash, sure this is a fight. Yep. As it was a bad move though, because obviously Barry Doso, a bad motherfucker, beats the fuck out of Shawn Michaels after throwing a punch, as he's gonna get fined. Yeah. Yeah, this is a split or a locker room right there, Chad Patton. Was caught smoking. He's breaking the locker room rules. As how we gotta deal with that. Great. So we'll fine him. Great. Oh, now all the refs are pissed, as or at least there's only 2. As, oh boy, here's the clique being obnoxious. A clique of Demolition Crush, Randy Savage, and Tony Inoki provoked Paul Heyman into a huge heated argument. As that was a stern warning. Yeah. And then Boris and Randy Savage. Boris Malenko almost got in a fight with Randy Savage after he caused some damage to his rental car and he refused to pay for it. And I get to choose how Boris Malenko deals with this. And so Stern warning. Hey, don't do that. And then Gaijimudo turned up very, very late. Fine. Yep. Alright, well, that could have been worse. Now, on to the main show. I see a couple of matches. I'm like, that's going to be awesome to do. It's Hanson and Brody and the Road Warriors. It's just got to be done. It's a wild brawl. And, you know, who should win this? It's the real question. You know, we're going to give it to Hanson and Brody. Hanson for Hawk. Yeah, I feel like that's the... Hawk is pissed. Assuming Stan Hanson's just not over enough. Yeah. Is Bruiser Brody a little much? Yeah, Bruiser's probably the more over the two. No problem. Nope, he's still pissed. Alright. Save Animal's a little bit more willing to take the job. He is, alright. Win-win. Rock and Sock Connection and the Miracle Violence Connection. Yeah, sign me up. That sounds like a banger of a match. 15 minutes? Let's push it. Let's go to 20. It's the Rock and Sock Connection and the Miracle Violence Connection. Both teams are 3-1. And this is a big-time matchup for both guys. For all four guys. I think we're going to have Rock. I think we're going to have Rock. Phew, that's a tough one to call. Boy, oh boy. You know what? Fuck it. Dr. Death is gonna beat Mankind. That's a fucking match right there. Yeah, Mankind is pissed, obviously. They're both over as hell. Yeah. And we'll keep him strong, and then he'll still be pissed, but we'll pay him off. He'll be fine. Yeah. It'll be fine. As, Funks in the APA, that's a fun match. Let's do that. It's 14 minutes. Let's push it a little bit more. Let's go 20. So we'll have Terry beat Bradshaw. Nice little win for the Funks there. They're doing a great job. As, trying to think what else. That's the matches I just... There's a lot of, like, Japanese guys taking on, you know, like, Bam Bam Demolition, obviously Bam Bam. We'll just get that out of the way now. And the Brothers of Destruction, the Violence Giants, like, shit like that. As, I will have just Bam Bam do it. And then... four fucking Violence Giants. Kane. Getting the win there. Bob and Inoki in the Shield? It's interesting. It's an interesting match, as who's gonna win this goddamn match? Baba and then Inoki here. Whew. Wow, I'm gonna be shunned for this, but it's gotta be done. The Shield are gonna be Baba and Inoki. Baba, so we're gonna have Roman beat Baba. So Kobashi Masawa against the Rockers. Gonna have the Rockers win. JK. Masawa's gonna beat Marty Jannetty. Just to piss off Shawn Michaels even more. Marty Jannetty's pissed. I don't care. Let's just keep it going. So now we got a couple of matches here. This is gonna go on first. Followed by this. Yep. Yep. I like it. Yeah, we might bump this up, actually. Probably bump that up as well. I like it. Has Bad Intentions taking on Rob Van Dam and Sabu. As RVD and Sabu are going to get the win. Van Dam. Day 5-star Frog Splash on Machine Gun. Carl Anderson. 10 Koji and the Outsiders. I hate to do it, but the Outsiders are going to win. As Kevin Nash has been pissed. We're just going to give him a win. He's gonna... It just saddens me. It just saddens me. And like, oh, I got to pick someone to lose. There we go. Midnight Express and the Steiners. Let's have the Steiners win that one. Scott on Stan Lane there. Oh yeah, this is probably the opener. World Class Tag Team in Strong Big Japan. It's Daisuke. Second, yeah, we'll give it to Yuji Kobayashi. He could use it. Getting the win over either Jado or Geto. It's the two-man power trip in the Holy Demon Army. That's going. That's a good little match here. This is man. Fucking sorry, Akira Taue. You're gonna have to take the fall. As we've already had them lose to the APA, so let's just kind of Holy Demon Army that loss there. It's a hell of a match, though. Muto and Shona taking on the Mega Powers. This is tough. Tough, but I gotta go with Randy Savage beating Masayu Shona. Yep. You know, the Jericho and Dudley boys, so we have a undefeated team in Jericho taking on the Dudleys. It's a tough one, but I think we're going to have another undefeated team go by the wayside, as Jericho's going to lose to the Dudleys. Bubba 3D on the Big Show, good fucking luck. It's a big-ass man we picking up as the Rock and Roll Express and the Nightmare Family. That's another lower mid-card match. That has a lot of time, that does not need all that time. As, man, I think we're finally give the Rock and Roll Express a win. I think they're going to beat, I think we're going to have Ricky beat, beat Cody. I think Rock and Roll Express is no longer winless. But joining the fray, how fun. And then Malenko and Benoit in Spear Money. We're going to have Malenko and Benoit get the win there. And so we'll have Chris get the win. Alright. Man, another showdown in the books. We just got to rearrange everything now. So this is obviously going to be the opener. We know that. There we go. This is going to stay put as like an undercard matchup. No, what? Oh yeah, the Brothers Destruction, Finance Giants. Probably should have that be swapped, like all this shit, but that's alright. Kobashi Misawa and Kobashi and Misawa there. We'll have that be down as well. That can go there. Bob and Inoki in the Shield. We'll swap that for that. As a two-man power trip. We're going to put that here. I'll actually bump this up to here. I could say that could be the main event, but I just feel like Devon's not going to do his part. I know Chono's not going to do his part. Jaden's not going to do his part. Yeah, I like it. It's a nice card. Let's just do a little switch. There, alright. Not gonna lot now. Yeah, let's do a little more. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Alright. So now we gotta change everything before we run the show. Let's see. Looks like we need to steal the show into Technical Masterclass. That's right. So. If I'm smart, I have one of these shit matches down here be the Technical Masterclass. We know it's going to be bad. But the question is how bad. As, man, steal the show. We'll have this be the Technical Masterclass. Have it be this. Might as well, right? Kobashi Misawa, Shawn Michaels, Jannetty's going to be shit. We all know it. Then, steal the show. Yeah, let's have it be Bam Bam and Vader and Demolition as well. So Demolition are going to be shit, but at least Vader and Bam Bam are going to beat the fuck out of them. Alright. Let's run the show. So yeah, 43. Saw that coming. Strong Big Japan getting their win. As Yuji Kobayashi and Daisuke with some mid-50s, low 40s for Jado and Geto. Tough. 67 for the Brothers of Destruction. Finance Giants, high 40s for Shuji Ishikawa and Suwama. A 69 for Kane and a 76 for The Undertaker. That's not good. Not good at all. A 67 for Benoit Malenko against Beer Money there as Benoit submitting James Storm. Crippler Crossface at 67. So this is so far not been a good show. Not at all. A 66 there for Bam Bam Invader over Demolition. As Bam Bam pitting Demolition after a greetings from Asbury Park. 73 for Vader. 72 for Bam Bam. Low 50s for Smash and Axe. See if we get a 70 here sometime soon. A 61, yeah, for the Rock and Roll Express and the Brotherhood. As the Rock and Roll Express getting the win, the undeserved win, but they get the win nonetheless. They break their winless streak as Ricky Morton pinning Cody Rhodes has a double drop kick. It's a 71, here it is, and it's the fucking Technical Masterclass match. As Masao and Kobashi beating Sean and Marty. As actually, the wrong team won. The Rockers should have won. As Masao and Kobashi beating the Rockers 15-44. Marty Jannetty taking this Tiger Driver. First 70. That's why another 71 here. As it's the Shield taking on Baba and Inoki. It's Roman pinning John Baba. With the Spirit right team won there. Funny to say, just two all-time Japanese legends that you got. The Shield, who, are great, they're unright, but it's just kind of wild to say that phrase out loud. As a 75 for the Muto Chono Mega Power. So now the card's starting to come together. Masahiro Chono's a 44. Taking the fall there as a flying elbow drop from Savage. Just under 20 minutes. It's a 70 for this Midnight. Oh my, just Stan Lane. Terrible. Yeah, we're going to have Bobby Eaton and probably Dennis Condrey as the team from now on. Because just Stan Lane's the absolute worst. Terrible. As Stan Lane, the weak link there. Steiner Recliner getting the win at 12:44. Terrible. Terrible. So 64 for this Tengoji Outsiders match. The Outsiders with mid-60s, low 50s for Tenzan and Kojima. Nash with the Jackknife Powerbomb, 13-13. There. So 73 for Bad Intentions and Rob Van Dam and Sabu. Mid-50s for Bad Intentions. 71 for Van Dam, 60 for Sabu. That's a nice win for them. 75 for the Funks and the APA. As the Terry Funk submitting Bradshaw, the spinning toe hold. A 77 for Terry Funk. 64 for Dory Funk. 69 for Bradshaw and a 58 for Ron Simmons. So 79, hell yeah, it's fucking Steve Austin with a 91. And Triple H with a 79. Beating Toshiaki Kawada and Kier Taue, the Holy Demon Army, as Triple H hitting the pedigree on Taue. Getting them the win. Steve Austin debuted a new spot that showcases athletic ability. Hell yeah. So 72 for this Wild Brawl is actually wrong team won, according to this, as Hanson and Brody beating Road Warrior Animal and Road Warrior Hawk as the Road Warriors taking the fall. Bruiser Brody hitting that running knee drop in just under 13 minutes. Oh, the co-main event's a 69. That's not good. Dudley Boys defeating Jericho in 2030 when Bubba hitting Big Show with the 3D. A 73 from Jericho. 67 from Big Show. Devon outperforming Big Show. And so, yeah, I mean, it was basically a wash. You had +2 for Devon over Big Show, and you had +2 for Jericho over Bubba. So, it was a wash there. And the main event's a 67 as the fucking Rock and Roll, or as the Rock and Sock Connection take the fall from the Miracle Violence Connection as Dr. Death pins Mankind at the Oklahoma Stampede. Another wrong team probably going over, but it's awesome to see the Miracle Violence Connection getting a big main event there. So that was a terrible show compared to the Premier League show. Yeah, we lost all of our pop. I don't know what the fuck happened. Really, yeah. I mean, the only really match that was, just probably should have had the two-man power trip Holy Demon Army as the main. It is what it is. As, my god. Yeah, Steve Austin's gonna get some encouragement, as, he did his part. Trying to think who else could use, Toshiaki Kawada, man. He came a long way. He's in mid-60s, doing a great job for him. Give some love for Terry Funk for steering the fucking ship. Doing his part for the Funks. So, yeah, that was Not a great show by any means. That's, not good. Not good at all. 69, that's embarrassing, especially for the talent we have. Just, the National League now has kind of ran into. The Premier League has, like, everyone that's basically over in America. Whereas the National League has a lot more Japanese teams and Japanese teams that are not really over in the U.S. So we're just kind of, dang, well, maybe we should just run our shows just in Japan strictly. Should we, get away from New York when it comes to that type of stuff? It's a lot going on. A lot of things to go with. It's tough. So, because Kobashi Masao, I mean, we ran the one Japanese show, and 99 out of 100 for those two. So that's probably something we'll do moving forward. So now on to week 6 of the Premier League. It's all right, week 6 of the Premier League, and let's see what we got for our show. Is that I'm just gonna TEW, Los Gringos Locos, Kendrick and New Day. All right. Now let's before we, just in case I forget, I just want to change it up. Let's change venues. Let's go. See what we got. See what we got in the old Mid South region. Let's go somewhere in like Texas. Let's go. Let's see the AT&T Center. A little too big. And then we got AT&T Stadium, fucking Cowboy Stadium. That's just a little too big. We can go to Amarillo's National Guard Army. That's 10,000 comfortably. I'm gonna go to Colorado. Go to the Pepsi Center. That's yeah, it's still another 18,000. Tough. It's tough to really find that perfect blend of just under 15,000 people. Fucking Minute Maid Park. The old Astrodome. No fun. Yeah. Tough. I think we're gonna go with the Amarillo Armory. Just to, oh, there we go. Don Haskins Center in El Paso's 12,000. Yeah. And we'll just book the Los Gringos Locos Kings of Wrestling right now. For Los Gringos Locos, they're gonna have to lose. Fucking Eddie's gonna have to lose in El Paso. Tough. But Claudio's gonna get the win. That's again. I mean, seeing Claudio and Eddie in the same ring would be nuts. So Golden Lovers and the American Wolves. That's another. We'll just have that be the technical masterclass, and we'll have that last match not be a technical masterclass. That seems like the plan. So we don't need all that. Perfect. Arn and Tully and Edge and Christian, the undefeated teams, battling it out. One of these two teams will not be undefeated anymore. Obviously, we're going to give this a lot of time. As, let's see, slow build. Decisive. I think we're going to give it to Arn and Tully. I think Arn and Tully, they're going to get the win. Arn's going to hit the spine buster on probably Christian. For the 1, 2, 3 access and the British Bulldogs. So we're going to give Bulldogs a win there. Dynamite. Win there. It's Briscoe Brothers and Ring Comp. That's a fun fucking match. So we're going to have Voltaire take out Mark Briscoe. Motor City Machine Guns and the Latin American Exchange. We're going to give Alex Shelley and Sabin a win there. London and Kendrick and the New Day. Another fun little match there. Man, it's tough on the call because London and Kendrick, they're both hitting 70s. Kofi just missed that opportunity, but Big E's doing really well for himself. Kofi could use a nice win now at this. Yeah, let's give it to New Day here. Kofi gonna beat Brian Kendrick Yeah, actually, that's having beat Paul London. That's a match there. Could Kofi Kingston and Paul London as like prime Paul London. Yeah, sign me up for that. Let's give that time too. 21 works for me. As bump that there. Bump this. Here's the main, and then that's the co-main. For now, at least. Bump that here. Yeah. I'm liking that so far. Yeah, it's fine. As Red Dragon and DIY. Red Dragon keeping up their winning ways here. This time we're gonna give Bobby Fish the let's change it up. Let's have an upset. Let's have Gargano and Bobby Fish. A little upset. I like it. It's the Eliminators and Lucha Brothers. Give Lucha Brothers a win here. It's Phoenix, John Cronus. Revival and Stenerico. I think we're gonna give it to the Revival here. Actually, no, it's not. This Generico over. Let's give him one over Dash Wilder there. Let's give this some time. 20 minutes, good. Slow build. That's a nice little mid card. Match there. Bump this up a little bit. I have a good feeling about this. Definitely there. Works. There. And then, this is a tough one to call. I think we're gonna go here. That, yeah. This match, Hardy Boys and Jack Evans and Roderick Strong. I love this to death. I think this is perfect. That's to steal the show. Seeing Jack Evans and Jeff Hardy in the same ring would be nuts. Jeff's gonna beat Roddy there. Fourth Generation next. Such a good team, but it's just, feel like they've not found their footing just yet. We're gonna put this after that match. And Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki against the Young Bucks. Again, seeing the Hayabusa against the Bucks have been great, but it's a different Bucks now, or it's a different Hayabusa as he's hurt. It's tough. We'll just bump that down to 10 minutes just because the injury, and have that probably be the that's probably gonna be the opener. Is World's Greatest Tag Team in Harlem Heat. Fun little match. Obviously, Stevie's going to be the worst of the four, so he's going to take the fall here. As Charlie Haas, Stevie Ray. Let's put it there. Hard Foundation and Kenta Fuji. That's a fun match. I like that. Let's bump it up a little bit, give it time, and do I? Oh, I really want Kenta Fuji to beat him. I really, I just can't. Sorry. Bret Hart's got a Hard Foundation heart attack on Marufuji. Oh, I can't work the fucking stuff. All right, 13 it is. Damn. Put that there. And Doyoshi and the Phenomenal Angels. Great match on paper. The problem is I just don't think Doyoshi can really keep up as far as... it's going to be a high spots match. Phenomenal Angels just beating Kings of Wrestling, so they're riding off a hot streak. Doyoshi just had a win. I felt like they had an upset win of themselves. Against, I believe it was DIY. Well, not really upset win, but I think this could be the biggest win they could have. Fuck it, let's do it. Masato Yoshino against Daniels. I mean, that's how the mighty fall. Isaiah Daniels is pissed. I'm okay with it. It's fine. It's Conan and Rey Mysterio Jr. against the Usos. As we're gonna have Rey Mysterio Jr. is gonna beat Jimmy. There we go. Filthy Animal's gonna have a nice win there. And now, time frame. Where's everything gonna go? It's now the question. Think we're gonna have this after Briscoe Brothers. Yeah, I think we're gonna put that there. We're actually gonna bump Lucha Brothers up after that match. So I know John Cronin's not gonna do his thing, but everybody else in that match is really, really talented. This match, I think we're gonna have it go after that. All right. Assuming it's gonna be a ref thing. Yep, Tommy Young. As nope. Yep. Let's have it be Earl. Oh, looks like it need a little bit more. Oh, Earl. Tommy Young. There we go. Alright. Save it. Oh. Oh, we have incense. Oh, Jesus. Great. Oh, it's Edge. Thank God. That could have been real bad. Whew. Lord have mercy. Alright. So, Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki taking a fall to the Young Bucks, which, granted, if Hayabusa's not hurt, this is probably a banger of a matchup. I mean, you had Jinsei Shinzaki with a 63, which was, he was definitely going to be the worst. I'm assuming Hayabusa have been somewhere in the 70s. Yeah, that'd been a hell of a match. A 75 for the opener there. As Matt Jackson pinning Jinsei Shinzaki with a Meltzer driver. There's the fucking tag finish. As the Golden Lovers taking out American Wolves. American Wolves staying winless as Omega and Kyoto Ibushi beating the Davey and Eddie of the American Wolves. So that's the 74. We'll take it. So yeah, great job there. Actually, a technical masterclass that didn't shit the bed. Shocker. As this match, I can't believe it. As Conan and Rey Mysterio Jr., the Filthy Animals, taking out the Usos there in 14 minutes. As Rey Mysterio Jr. hitting the springboard Hurricane Rana on Jimmy Uso. Low 60s for Uso. Conan doing a little better there. He's got a 62. So I like to see there. An 82 for the next matchup as the Guns taking out Latin American Exchange. 80 for Alex Shelley, 76 for Chris Sabin. Great job there for Alex Shelley. So pinning Santana after the Made in Detroit. With an 82, that's a hell of a match. And we keeping it going. I mean, this Premier League is just taking fucking off now. As the world's greatest tag team taking out Harlem Heat in 14 minutes. Charlie Haas tapping out Stevie Ray at the Haas of Pain. Yeah, Shell with a 72. Haas with a 67. Poor Booker T with a 74. Outperforming everybody, but Stevie Ray with a 52. Just couldn't get it together. It's an 81 for this next matchup. Briscoe Brothers, Ringkampf. Ringkampf beating the Briscoes in 11 minutes. Walter. Yeah, they're pinning Mark Briscoe with the power bomb. 76 for Walter. 72 for Thatcher. 66 for Jay. The Briscoes, 60 for Mark. It's a 79, so now the show's kind of starting to go downhill. As the upset from Doyoshi against the Phenomenal Angels. It was almost justifiable if Nuriki Doi was a little bit better, but was not. It was just somewhat justifiable. Masada Yoshino pinning Christopher Daniels with a lightning spiral in 12:38. As he outperformed him, so at least he had that. Just AJ. Again, it had been an awesome match. AJ Styles and Masada Yoshino would have killed us. Like, especially like mid 2000s AJ Styles and mid 2000s Masada Yoshino. Nuts. 80 for this next matchup. A match that had no. This is just riding the wave as this match. As the Eliminators, Lucha Brothers defeating them in 12:50 in Phoenix, pinning John Cronus with a Phoenix driver. John Cronus was the weak link there. As a 77 for Access in the British Bulldogs, as the Bulldogs defeating Access in 13:34 when Dynamite Kid pinned Katsuhiko Nakajima with the Bulldogs' super diving headbutt. As Dynamite Kid with an 82. 75 for Davey, 63s for Go and Katsuhiko Nakajima. Tough, but at least Go Shizaki's benefited from being in amazing form. Way to go. Just a fucking savage. And 81 for the Hart Foundation Kenta Fuji matches. Yeah, Kenta with a 77, Marufuji with a 71, Bret Hart with a 95, Jim Neidhart with a 61. It's tough, man. I would have loved to see Kenta Fuji pulling out a big win, but that's the way she goes. She goes on that one next. And 81 and 82 for this matchup as the Hardy Boys defeating Jack Evans and Roderick Strong as Jeff pinning Roddy after a Twist of Fate Swanton Bomb combo. Great little match there. Got the crowd buzzing too. It's nice to see. Going into the upper part of the card as an 80 for the Revival Stenerico match. Just Kevin Steen with an 80. 71 for Generico. 65 for Dash Wilder. 62 rather for Scott Dawson. Generico pinning Dash Wilder after the Brainbuster. 20 minutes. Hell yeah. It's a 75 for the Red Dragon DIY match. Fucking DIY did not deserve to win this one at all. That ain't it. Has a 59 for Ciampa, 62 for Gargano, 65 for Fish, or 66 for Bobby Fish, and a 75 for Kyle O'Reilly. Yeah, the wrong team won there. Didn't need to have the upset there. 84. Yeah, this match would Eddie with a 98. He fucking killed it. I would have kind of loved to seen them beat them, but they just lost the night before, or the week before. Wouldn't want them to lose again so quickly, but this definitely have been awesome. You know, it's Claudio pinning Eddie after the Kings reign supreme over nearly everyone. Kind of wild that he pinned Eddie. He probably should have pinned Art Barr. That's the way she goes. I don't think I chose that. I hope I didn't. That would have been nuts. It's a hell of a match though. 84. Take that as the... Oh my god. What the fuck happened here? As Big E and London and Kendrick, Paul's got some major food poisoning going on. That's a 71. 71 for Big E. This just fell off a cliff in a hurry after the great fucking Los Gringos Locos, Kings of Wrestling. It's the New Day pinning London and Kendrick in 21 minutes with the midnight hour. I love how he got major food poisoning during a match. What the hell is going on here, Paul London? What the fuck is going on? How does he have heat for giving him major food poisoning? The Big E cooked something and it was uncooked? Nonetheless, so we bounce back after the shit, decent co-main to this 83 main event. Arn Anderson with a 91. Edge with a 91. 74 for Christian, 65 for Tully Blanchard, so the wrong team won there. Edge and Christian probably should have been the team that won. We have Arn and Tully getting the win. It's Arn pinning Christian with the spike pile driver, keeping their undefeated streak, and Edge and Christian undefeated no more. And they were the number one team. No more are Edge and Christian. That is tough as an 83 for that main event. Definitely going to bring us back from the pop. Yep, sure did. Great job there. Everything was dark green but that co-main. That's what I love to see. Hopefully one of these days we get some, just everything's light blue. Where we just get 86s and up. So that'd be wild time if we get to that point. So obviously, Eddie Guerrero, first of all, he did a 98. Like, God bless him. Took the fall in his hometown. Arn Anderson's going to get some love, as is Edge for that main event. Maybe we should give somebody else some. No, it's fine. It's fine. We probably gave it to Claudio, but and we just gave him some encouragement instead of praise them. That's all right. No big deal. All right, so the National League is now really taking a step back. Maybe that was just a one-show hiccup. I hope not, as now we go on to the next week, for Premier Leagues. We just did the Premier Leagues. I'm getting all tongue-tied now. To week 6 of the National League. Let's see if they can bounce back and have a good show and not lose pop. Fingers fucking crossed. Alright, week 6 of the National League, as of course, backstage incidents for fucking days on this show. Some real politic and sons of bitches out. Oh my god, that's so many incidents. Alright, it's a rat shop. First, he showed up very late, breaking a locker room rule. Guess we're gonna find him. There we go. There's Triple H and Tenzan. This is the clique of Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Kevin Nash for being jerks and first provoking, then physically assaulting Hiroshi Tenzan, leading to a fight. Had to be broken up by other wrestlers. Alright. So, they're just bullies at this point, and they're scumbags. Gonna keep finding them. Just gonna keep it going. We got some people that are very happy. We got some people that are pissed. Tenzan called it soft. See, I guess he wanted us to fire him. There's a tasteless rib. Slap on the wrist. Oh, God. Oh, no. There's a couple of people happy, a couple of people annoyed. again, it's a crapshoot. As Paul Heyman and Terry Funk caused an incident to where they antagonized Shawn Michaels, and the fight almost broke out. Stern warning. Hey, let's not do that. As Devon and Kevin Nash. Devon was antagonizing Kevin Nash. There has been, 3 fights so far that we've seen in this goddamn locker room? Stern warning again. As Toshak Kawada was caught smoking. Yeah, you can't. We gotta find him. Oh, God. Everyone's pissed now. Great. Janetti was brought before Wrestler's Court as he was accused of being an hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner. The judge, Undertaker, found him guilty and sentenced him to pay for his travel partner's meals for the next 3 days. Way to go, Taker. Way to organize some shit. Funk and Dory Funk Jr. passing on some tips to his protege in the Kobashi microphone tips, even though we will never use that. Same thing for Masawa, and same thing for Bernard. Stu Hart passing microphone work to Chris Benoit. Alright. Goddamn, that was a lot to go through. I saw something that's quite main event worthy here, and that's the Steiners Jericho. Yeah, this match is going to be fucking awesome. Both teams have had just 1 loss. We're going to give the Steiners the win, as Scotty's going to beat Jericho. There we go. And Vine's Giants. Oh, hit the fucking calendar instead. Vine's Giants and Kobashi Masawa. That's probably going to be the opener. Yeah, sure, we'll keep it that long. And we'll have Masawa get the win there. So Rockers Tenkoji. We'll have the Rockers get the win this time around, as poor Tenkoji've had a tough start as of late. So Michaels on Kojima this time. Let's bump it up a little bit more. Give it 20. So the Road Warriors are the 2-man power trip. I like this. As the Road Warriors, as we just saw, they just lost to Hanson and Brody. I think we're going to have them bounce back and get a win here. I think we're going to have them beat the 2-man power trip. I think we're going to have Animal beat Hunter. Just a wild. This is a fucking wild card. But yeah, Triple H is pissed. Shocker. As Bam Bam and Vader and the Rocket Sock connection. That is a hell of a match right there. Bump this up as well. As we're going to have Bam Bam and Vader keep it going, as Vader's going to beat Mankind. Poor Mankind. Poor Mick. As Demolition and Baba Inoki. So we're going to have Demolition keep on losing. We'll have Inoki. Poor fellas. The Mega Powers and the Funks. That's a fucking match. Like that a lot. We'll bump that up as well. It's Terry Funk. Yeah, Terry Funk's gonna beat Hogan. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Fuck it. Fuck it. APN Brothers of Destruction. I think we're gonna have the Undertaker and Kane win there. Just keeping up with their winning ways in a brawl. Here we go. So, Malenko and Benoit against Strong Big Japan. Now this probably been the actual. This would have been the time to have them lose instead of the Jado and Gedo. Have them take on Daisuke Sakamoto and Yujiro Kobayashi and have them take the fall there. But Benoit, Ono Kobayashi. Yeah. It's the Outsiders and World Class Tag Team. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Nash getting the win there. As the Nightmare Family and the Rock and Roll Express. Oh, yeah. It's going to be the different Rock and Roll Express. Now going to be Stan Lane and Bobby Eaton. As going to be the first one. There we go. We're going to have the Dennis Condrey variation. There we go. As, yeah, we're going to give Dustin the win there. Dustin over Dennis Condrey. After they lost. This might be a nice little match. Just might be. Shield and Rock and Roll Express. We'll give the Shield the win. as I will give Seth Rollins the win over Robert Gibson. Back to their losing ways goes that. The Miracle Vines connection and Hanson and Brody. Yeah, sign me up. That sounds awesome. Yeah, I like the draw. It's going to be a double count out. First draw, so 1 point for each team. There. As they're going to stand out from the records now. They're the first draw as a double count out. Holy Demon Army, Kajimuto and Masahiro Chono. Man, this makes me want to have this card Japan now that I'm thinking about it, because there's just so much great stuff. It's fine. It's fine. As Holy Demon Army is going to get the win. It's Taue. Muto. Or not on Muto, Jesus. As on Chono. Poor fucking Masahiro Chono. He just can't do it. As Dudley's and Van Dam and Sabu. I love this match on paper. Dudley's going to get the win here. Bubba for Sabu. As Beer Money Inc. Bad Intentions. We're going to give... yeah, we'll give it to... Tough. Really trying to figure out who deserves this win more than anything. Bobby Roode and James Storms looks like they're in the mid-40s. Let's see how they did against... So, James Storm with a 50. Yeah, so from what I remember, James Storm was just not on the same level as everybody else. So I think we're just going to have Carl. I will have Bernard. Bernard hit James Storm with his finish. Get the win there. Alright. Of course, we don't need that match. So now we got to reorganize this mess. Let's get this placement mode on. Where is that? But yeah, we'll start from here. Work our way down. So Shield, Rock and Roll Express. Strong Big Japan. There. It's the Brotherhood. Midnight Express. The Outsiders World Class Tag Team, which we'll put there. Actually, way the fuck down here. Yeah, we'll just flip it. There we go. I like that better anyways. This is going to go way up here. Just going to flip it for that. Yeah, because, I mean, Rocker's Tenkoji. I don't know why we gave it so much time. Because it's not going... I mean, it's going to go like here. Yeah, and this is what I wanted as the opener. That's right. There we go. Steiner's Jericho. Probably not going to have that be the main event this time around. Probably going to have it be this. And then this. Oh yeah. Demolition with Baba Inoki's going way the fuck down there. Probably like here. Yep. And Dudley's. Yep. I'm liking it. I think that's going to be the card. I think that's what we're gonna go with. Maybe. Just maybe a flip. Yeah. We could bump this up, actually. Let's bump it up to there. Yeah. See where we're at. Booking analysis wise. Need to steal the show still in the... Alright, so... we'll have this be the technical masterclass. Just to do it. That match is going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Steal the show. Yeah, let's have it be this. Alright. I think that's it. Oh, it's the head. No, yep, that's it. Yeah, that's right. That just they have the same. Alright. Let's run the show. Week 6. As yeah, this gets a 30. Emerald Flosion in 18 minutes. Yeah, what a terrible way to start the show. It's okay, though, as we bounce back somewhat with the Shield getting the win over the Rock and Roll Express. Yeah, Roman doing the same as the Rock and Roll Express is not a good sign, but at least Seth Rollins is doing his thing. Getting the win for them in 12 minutes. Oh, I thought I had Seth Rollins pinning Robert Gibbs. That's alright. Win nonetheless. Demolition against Baba Inoki, as Baba Inoki beating Demolition in 13 minutes. Inoki submitting Demolition Smash with a Manji hold. 55 for Inoki, 51 for Baba. 57 for the Outsiders, War Class. I mean, just Jado and Gedo are doing high 30s now. Whew. Scott Hall and Kevin Nash just killing it. As a 58, we're just getting 1 point better each time. As Malenko and Benoit beating a strong Big Japan in 13:04. Oh, we ran at the Nassau Coliseum again. God damn it. As 13 minutes does this match go, and getting the win has Benoit with the diving headbutt. 55 for the Brotherhood and Midnight Express team. Jesus Christ. So the wrong team won. It should have been the Midnight Express. Dustin getting the win for Dennis over Dennis Condrey. A lot of green going on there. I like to see that. That got a 55. A 71. Finally, a match that hits the dark green, and it was the Rockers match. This is the Rockers and Tenkoji. Tenkoji with high 40s. 79 for Shawn Michaels. 47 for Marty Jannetty. Just everybody is pissed. Everybody's just angry. It is not doing well. Here we have Carl Anderson and John Bernard. Carl with a 51. 48 for Bernard and Bobby Roode. 42 for James Storm. It's a Magic Killer getting the win there. A 65. Sky Jimuda outperforming everybody in this goddamn match. Secure Tower with a 44. Oh my, and everyone is just... We really need to fix everyone's morale before we do another national show, because it's just going to be shit like this. So that got a 65. There we go, the 78. So the Funks taking on the Mega Powers. The Funks beating the Mega Powers. The Spinning Toe Old. Terry Funk with a 73. 60s for Hogan and Dory Funk Jr. 61 for Randy Savage. A 68 for the APA Brothers Destruction match. I mean, high 60s for everybody but Ron Simmons with a 54. That match didn't go over well. Brothers Destruction stay undefeated. 62 for the Miracle Vines Connection, the Hanson and Brody. Jesus Christ, as a double countout win, or double countout finish, as now we two crazy matches back to back. Probably didn't work either, but next strange for Steve Williams. It's a draw for both teams, 1 point each. Fucking Nassau Coliseum's curse for the National League. As a 73 for this match, at least, as the Steiners and Jericho. Big Show with a 64, Jericho with a 68, 70 for Steiner, and 58 for Rick Steiner. So the wrong team probably won, but Scott doing his thing with Steiner Recliner in 21-13. So 71 for the Dudleys Van Dam Sabu match. Has Van Dam with a 68, 65 for Bubba, 62 for Devon, 54 for Sabu. Then a 77, thank God we have something out of this, as the Road Warriors defeating Two-Man Power Trip. Undeserved, but they get the win in 1955 as they beat Triple H and Steve Austin with pinning Triple H after the Doomsday Device. So the main event's a 70. Rock with a 75. He was doing like 90s earlier. This, I mean, Bam Bam and Vader getting the win over the Rocket Sock Connection 2020. It's Vader pinning Mankind with the Vader Bomb. Whew. They stay undefeated as well. We just keep losing pop when it's this National League. Oh my god. We had this match, the Funks and the Mega Powers, at least. Other than that, and this, we had two matches that were above 75. Whereas, I mean, we just saw the Premier League had. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to make the executive decision. I talked about it last time. I was like, maybe we should, maybe it's just a fluke, but nah, we gotta fix the pop of everybody. Or not fix the pop, we gotta fix the morale of everybody. Let's give some love to Mankind and to Terry Funk. Because everybody's pissed. It's very click heavy over there in the National League. Yeah, we just gotta fix a lot of things. A lot of things are not going our way when it comes to, I share the same birthday as El Fantasma. How fun. He's just 11 years older. Is my math correct? Yeah. He's, he's 9 years younger. Math was wrong. As, thank you all who have stayed with this so far. I know we're probably about a little under an hour into this, but it's been exciting. It's exciting for sure as far as new things going on, but there's a lot of shit that does not go our way, and the National League has not went our way, but hopefully we can try to fix it. Maybe run Japan more often. I felt like maybe that was our best show that we done in the National League was for it being in Japan. it's tough. It's tough to really choose. Maybe, Ja don't get a big in this. I was just kind of really committing to myself more than trying to put on a good show. Because, yeah, they are a great team in their day as far as junior tag teams go in, like, the late 90s and the early 2000s. But I think in this setting, they're not going to do well at all. I just want to see the show history real quick. They did a 79 right out of the gate. Then they did the 86. They had the best fucking match, or best show of so far. Yeah, and then it just went downhill fast after week. Oh no, well, we got back, and then, yeah, it's just been shit since we started this next episode. I don't know. Yeah, we got a lot to fix. Oh my god, look at all these morale issues. Holy shit. Yeah. I'm sure. Has anyone turned in their notice? I know. I think somebody did earlier, but luckily I paid them up before. Yeah, Smartfuji's contract. So I'm gonna try to fix all these before we run our next set of 4 shows here. So yeah, we will catch you guys for week 7 of the Premier League. Cause all right, I got all the fucking morale issues taken care of. Hopefully, let's see what happens. Is we have just one backstage incident, and thank God, the Premier League. All these fucking current guys are just the best. They just morality-wise, it's fantastic. They are just so nice with each other. It's great. Great times over here on the Premier League. As it's probably the opener spot going to be American Wolves and Heart Foundation. That makes sense. As yeah, we'll have it go 20. Sure, we'll make it a technical masterclass, and we'll have Brett win. There we go. Phenomenal Angels and Red Dragon. Loving this match on paper. Let's bump it up. Don't need it to be a technical masterclass. We already got that taken care of. We can let that just be a normal match. And we're going to have AJ beat Bobby Fish there. Phenomenal Angels over Red Dragon. What a match that is. As the Bucks, Kenta Fuji. That's a hell of a match on, that's some great shit there. What do we do? Do we have Kenta? Let's just have the Bucks win. Just better not to think about it and just let it rock. There we go. As Rain Comp and the Revival. Revival haven't won in a hot minute. Even though they don't really deserve to win this one, probably. But let's do it nonetheless. Dash Wilder over Timothy Thatcher. So Doyoshi and Los Gringos Locos intrigues the shit out of me there. I like that. We'll have it be steal the show as well. Let's give Ard Barr a win. Let's just see if maybe that'll help if he gets some wins under his belt. He's going to beat Nariki Doi. That's another. Seeing Eddie Guerrero being like an awesome base heel for Masato Yoshida would have been nuts. That'd have been insane to see. So Usos and Arn and Tully. So the 4 Horsemen to keep up their winning ways. So we're going to have Arn beat Jay. Roger Strong and Jack Evans of Generation X taking on Motor City Machine Guns. What a match this is. As we keep on having these steal the shows, let's just pump the brakes on them for now. As we'll have Alex Shelley. Yeah, let's give Saban a win. Why not have Saban beat Roger Strong? Poor Generation Next. We're really bad. As Briscoe Brothers and the Eliminators. I think we're going to give the Briscoe Brothers a win here. Give Jay Briscoe a win. John Cronus. Nice. Stenerico against Conan and Rey Mysterio Jr. What a fun matchup, as far as like 2 teams that are basically built somewhat the same, besides Generico obviously being almost 6 inches taller than Rey Mysterio Jr. Generico, we've had him. Yeah, we'll have him beat Conan. Bump it up to 20. Alright. LAX and Axis. I think we're going to have Axis get the win. Go Shizaki over Ortiz. They're going to be pissed. No, they're not. Alright. So the Bulldogs and Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. This is going to be lowered down on the card. As David Boy get the win there. New Day and the world's greatest tag team. I love this match. This is a great match on paper. Man. It's a tough one to call. I feel like we've had the world's greatest tag team have a great second day of tapings here on the second episode. Or on this third episode, rather. As we'll have Kofi beat Charlie Haas. I like it. Kings of Wrestling Lucha Brothers. What a fucking match this is. Yeah, let's make this like 24 minutes. See, this is great. Slow build. It's tough, tough, tough. Tough one to call. Let's just see how Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. have done. So they've only lost to the Phenomenal Angels. Beaten some pretty big teams. They're both a team that has just one loss to them. Let's give Claudio and Cesaro the win there. That's a hell of a match, though. Wouldn't be surprised if they outperform them, Lucha Brothers, just because they're just fantastic. It's Harlem Heat and the Hardy Boys. I kind of want to give Harlem Heat a win. I kind of need one, but at the same time, I think Jeff and Matt, they've been killing it. They've only lost one time. It was the Hart Foundation, which that was an 85. That's one of the best matches we've had so far. I think maybe the best match we've had. Whereas Harlem Heat, Stevie Ray being the worst of the two, they've only won twice. Beating the Eliminators and Doyoshi. Yeah. Let's give a win to Matt. Matt over Stevie Ray. There we go. Edge and Christian, the Golden Lovers. What a match this is. Yeah, let's give this time. 21 minutes works for me. So we're going to have Edge beat Kenny Omega. What a statement. What a match. I would kind of low-key love to have this in Canada. Just to have, like, this is a big-time matchup for the Canadians with Edge taking on Kenny Omega. But it's kind of weird because I feel like it's kind of even playing field when like, Edge and Kenny Omega. Obviously, in this mod, Edge is performing better. But when it comes to Christian Kotobushi, I love Christian. Kotabushi's a fucking god. But it's a tough roll of the dice there. DIY and Paulin and Brian Kendrick, London getting food poisoning during a match. Can't believe it, as Kendrick's going to be Johnny Gargano. There. I wonder if we're over on time. I feel like we gave a lot of... Yeah, I was about to say, we've given a lot of time to a lot of matches. Trying to think what matches we could cut. Probably this Usos Arn and Tully match. Yeah, plus it was set for All Out anyways. Alright. We cut that down. Let's cut down this match too. Cut down to 12 there. Cut this down to 12 as well. And then take a couple away for that. And two away from this. That's fine. And one away from the Bucks. Alright, so we cut all that down. Went through that political minefield. Here. Oh, should have just swapped it. That's alright. Down there. Bump this up here. Bump that down. Just swap it. That's a little too high, actually. Let's swap that. Let's bump this up just a little bit. Let's bump this up a good bit. To about right there. Let's bump that down. And then finally put this right there. Alright. Yep. Looking at the card just one more time. I feel like we got a pretty good show here. We're actually gonna bump this down here. Oh. To there. One more. There we go. There, alright. So now, I could have been looking at the book, and Mickey J is booked a little too, or has too much shit on his plate, so to speak. Alright. Tommy Young. Alright. Perfect. As 75, even with the injury. That is nuts. Dynamite Kid with an 80, 78 for Davey Boy Smith, 65 for Jinsei Shinzaki, 46 for Ibus's British Bulldogs beating Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki there to stop the show. Then we get a 77. Alright, for the technical masterclass matches, Brett doing his thing, Davey and Eddie eating shit, Jim Neidhart sucking, Brett just carrying this one to a 77. God bless him. The 72 for Los Gringos Locos Doyoshi match. Eddie trying to do his part, just was not enough. It's Art Barr getting the pin this time out of the Brainbuster Frog Splash combo. So yeah, I mean, it's felt like Doyoshi probably deserved that win, to be honest, but I'm okay with our decision, to be honest. I think it's fine. As Nariki Doi now has the floating bone chips. Oh, that's tough. That is tough. As we get a 79 out of the Hardy Boys Harlem Heat. As now Matt's doing about an 80, as Jeff's doing an 88 here. They are going to be a fucking problem for sure. It's Matt Hardy pinning Stevie Ray with a Twist of Fate Swanton Bomb combo. So yeah, Harlem Heat's kind of dropping down. You see Booker T's kind of going down in rating. Maybe it's just a one night thing, but I got a 79 though. Hell of a rating as an 80 for the Arn and Dudley matchup against the Usos, as Arn with a 92, Usos with a 61, 73 for Tully Blanchard. What a tremendous job Arn Anderson's been doing. And as Tully Blanchard, he's not. We've seen the second half of a tag team maybe go from like a low 60s, even 50. I mean, Jim Neidhart, for instance, with Brett, but Tully's doing his part as well with a low 73. Unbelievably outperforming the Usos. Good shit there. It's a 75 for the LAX Axis match, as Axis getting the win, and the deserved win as Go Shiozaki with a 69, Nakajima with a 60, Ortiz with a 60, and St. Daniel with a 59 as Go Shiozaki hitting the Go Flasher in 11 minutes. It's an 80 for the Ring Conf Revival match, as they're just, again, riding the wave of momentum here. It's Ring Conf taking the fall from the Revival. The upset win from the Revival as they hit Timothy Thatcher with the big rig in 1934. It's an 81 for Jay Briscoe, Mark Briscoe, the Briscoe brothers taking on the Eliminators again. Actually, I would say, even though Perry Saturn outperformed him by 2, just with Mark Briscoe outperforming John Cronus by 6, evens it out. So the Briscoes get the deserved win over the Eliminators with Spike J. Driller on John Cronus in 11:38. It's another 81 for the Generico Conan Rey Mysterio Jr. Filthy Animals matchup, as Generico pinning Conan with a spiked brainbuster in 1958. It's a 85 for Rey Mysterio Jr., 78 for Kevin Steen, 74 for Generico, and 55 for Conan there. Yeah, Conan just getting dragged to that finish. It's another 81, as it's DIY getting dragged to a good match from London and Kendrick, as a 62 from Gargano, 59 for Tommaso Ciampa. That's tough as Kendrick pinning Johnny Gargano with a slice spread 2 shooting star press in 17:35. It's a 82 here, as again just riding that wave as the New Day defeating the world's greatest tag team 1938 as Kofi pinning Charlie Haas with the Midnight Hour. 75 for Shelton, 70 from Big E, 65 from Charlie Haas. So again, world's greatest tag team could have won this match thanks to Shelton Benjamin outperforming everyone, and the slight, 5 to 0 there as for Big E and Shelton Benjamin. That's 81 for this Generation Next Murder City Machine Guns matchup, as Sabin and Shelley beating Roger Strong and Jack Evans of Generation Next. 81 as Sabin pinning Roger Strong after a Made in Detroit. Murder City Machine Guns really coming together. As the 78 for the Young Bucks Kenta Fuji matchup. So this definitely could have went. I mean, the right team won. You could have had an upset here, but Young Bucks getting the win over Kenta Fuji as Matt Jackson submitting Michi Marufuji. That's tough. Probably with that fucking sharpshooter. As the Phenomenal Angels Red Dragon matchup. Phenomenal Angels getting the win in 2010 as AJ pinning Bobby Fish with the Styles Clash. Yeah, AJ with a 78. Daniels with 71. Doing a great job there, outperforming Red Dragon on that one. It's a 73. Oof. Claudio did his thing. Pentagon did this thing, but Phoenix was off his game. Tough. Thanks to Phoenix being off his game, it definitely, I mean, with Claudio having an 82 as well deserved, but I really submitted it when Phoenix was off his game. But the Kings of Wrestling getting a big win as submitting Phoenix with a Swiss sleeper holding. There is now a main event that gets an 80. It's Edge and Christian defeating the Golden Lovers. Edge and Christian, I mean, look at that, neck and neck again. Edge and Christian with the slight advantage, getting the, Edge with an 87, Omega with the 87, 75 for Christian, 74 for Ibushi. Just works out so well. Stacked superplex with Edge pinning Omega afterwards. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a fucking. Again, the Premier League is just showing my vision come to life. It's just like, alright, this is what I want. Not the clusterfuck that we've seen from the National League, where it's a just a political minefield back there. It is a toxic environment that was. I saw that word so many times for so many people that are in the National League as far as their morale issues. But man, this is gonna be a tough one. I think we're gonna give it to Edge though. We're gonna give it to Brett as always, just because Brett doing such a great job with just carrying Jim Knight through a lot of matches, and then probably Omega. I felt like Omega did his part in the main, but yeah, a lot of 80s, a couple 81s, an 82. Kind of would have been nice to praise some of the other 82 match, but that's no big deal. As now we have one more Premier League show, but we have two more National League shows. We got the second National League show. Hopefully, fingers fucking crossed here that we fix what was going on with the National League. We're gonna book the show in Japan. That is just something we're gonna go over that. First thing we'll do after we go through the 10 or 20 fucking backstage incidents that are gonna probably happen. We're gonna try and get together have the show be in Japan, and maybe that will sway something and have it to where it's a better card. Because I know there's going to be, if we're in America, those Japanese teams are going to underperform in the undercard compared to what's going on in the Premier League, where everybody's doing great. Maybe if we even the playing field, just have all those shows be in Japan, maybe it'll do better for us. Who knows? Because it was going okay. We had our best show ever being in the National League, but I just don't think we're going to be able to do it. And we're going to keep it going as Daniel's, they're talking about promos. Alright, that's it. Now we're going to go to week 7 of the National League. Alright, so let's see these backstage incidents. I'm expecting at least 5 fights. Oh, alright, so we got Jado, who got a lot of heat due to his recent attitude. Let's give him a stern warning. Alright, didn't do nothing. Tenzan, as Kojima and Tenzan were being jerks, and they fucking try to beat up Stu Hart. What the fuck? Why? Why, Tenzan? Oh my god. He's trying to fight an old man. Yeah, you're getting fined. Like, what the fuck? You fucking pieces of shit. Like, what the hell? Now we get I love that the Nightmare family are just the entire clique. As there's a mean-spirited rib on Hogan. Nearly led to a fight. As, alright, well, just stern warning. Hey, let's not do that, fellas. Like, come on, at least that went over well. So Robert Gibson was being a jerk to fucking Joe Malenko, and then gets beat up for it. I feel like that's the worst he can get, so just stern warning. So, fucking Joe Malenko called me off. As Triple H has gotten a lot of heat backstage after pulling a tasteless rib. Yeah, well, stern warning. Rob Van Dam getting brought up before his wrestlers court, accused of forgetting to shake other workers. And there's fucking, 100 people on this roster? He's got 64 people to worry about. What the hell? Well, 62 if you don't count himself. But obviously he'll never forget Sabu. As, now we're gonna go to Japan. Let's go to Kanto. 14,000. Well, we could probably hold Budokan. Yeah, we had a little under. Oh yeah, we had more than that, a Budokan. Going back for show number 6 as where is it? Am I fucking blind? Oh, is it gonna be Tokyo then? No, that wasn't it either. What the hell? Yeah, there it is. Oh, it's probably blind as hell. There we go. Got our venue. We're ready to go. Let's see this fucking card. I don't even know what's on it. As Bad Intentions, Dudley Boys, that's fine. Alright, let's get this world-class tag team rockers fucking match over with. In the opener, Shawn Michaels. And you know what? Shawn doesn't need a win. Marty needs a win. Let's have him beat Jado. There we go. Rock and Sock Connection and Bob and Inoki. That is a big-time matchup there. Especially it being in Japan. give the Rock is gonna beat Giant Baba. Kind of would like him and Inoki. Just that's a fun match to book in Japan. Like, that's just a fun. Give me like that's a month of build for that match. So that's a cool way to do it. Beer Money and Strong Big Japan. I think we're gonna give Strong Big Japan the win. Not just because if this was in America, I'd still give them the win, to be honest. But it being in Japan, I felt like this could be great for both parties. Daisuke with James Storm. He's pissed. I don't care. Muto and Jono against the Road Warriors. Kind of would love to have Muto and Jono get a win here, but at the same time, kind of don't need to. So we'll have Animal beat Masahiro Chono. At one, maybe I'll call an audible in like a week 10. I want to say maybe halfway point we'll have Chono be replaced by Shinya Hashimoto. Maybe Hashimoto's the better of the two, which I'm assuming he will be. Just because even Chono, just in Japan, I don't think he's even going to pull a good rank. For RVD and Seppu against the Steiners, that's awesome. 20 minutes. As I will have Rick beat Sabu. Alright. Tengoji and Violence Giants. Perfect. Give him 20. Give him Kojima. The win there. Poor Violence Giants going to keep on losing. As the Funks and the Holy Demon Army. What a fucking match this is. 22. And Dory Funk Jr. is going to lose to Toshiaki Kawada. What a match, though. That's going to be awesome. He is pissed. Fuck him. Kobashi Masawa against the APA? Yeah, don't mind if I fucking do. Kenta Kobashi's going to beat Ron Simmons. Oh, he's going to be furious. Yeah. Yeah. Jericho and the Nightmare Family, that's an easy one. As Jericho getting the win there, Big Show. Get more time too. If I got Malenko and Benoit against the Outsiders. Outsiders have a pretty good run this episode. But I think it's gonna come to an end. I think we're gonna have. Let's just take a look. Let's take a look at these ratings here, these matches. So. Ever since they lost to the Funks, it's kind of just went downhill from here. Crazy how they started off as 77. They just had a match with world-class tag team that was a 57. A 20-point drop in the span of a month. They've won a good bit now. But I think we're going to have Benoit. Benoit and Nash. Not that amount. Fuck him. Fuck Kevin Nash. Alright. I wouldn't say that. Kevin Nash is actually pretty awesome outside the ring. He's probably one of my favorite people as far as wrestlers go. He was one of my favorite shoot interview guys. He's just very insightful and funny dude. But boy, wrestling business, and I wouldn't say even the wrestling business, in the booking business of doing TEW, just a nightmare and a half to deal with. As Hanson and Brody, Bam Bam and Vader. It should be a wild brawl, but honestly, we're gonna go away from that. And for the first time, Bam Bam and Vader are going to take the fall, as we're going to have Stan be Bam Bam. We got another undefeated team, or actually Hanson and Brody, another undefeated team falling by the wayside as Bam Bam and Vader undefeated no more. As the Miracle finds connection, taking on the two-man power trip. I love this match on paper. I love it so much. Oh, what are we going to do, though? Terry Gordy obviously can brawl. I think we're just going to make it a regular match. Let's sway away from the Wild Brawl. We kind of don't need it. Our guys are awesome, and they're over as is. I mean, Steve Austin's going to pull his 90s. Dr. Death and Terry Gordy are going to do their thing. Here's the thing. Miracle Violence Connection, as much as I love them as a team, they've had their winning ways. They have only lost their opener, and then they've won all the rest of their matches. Well, they had the double count, so they've had one draw, plus their loss to the Steiners. I think they're going to take another loss here. So we're going to have Steve Austin hit Terry Gordy with a Steiner, which is awesome, because Steve Austin was a huge world-class fan. So that'd probably be it. He'd be fucking tickled to death to wrestle Terry Gordy. I just want to make sure I set that to be, yep, it was going to be an all-out. Alright. Glad I checked that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so now, Bad Intentions, Dudley Boys. Talked about this kind of earlier and just kind of swayed by it. We're gonna have... Well, it's gonna be a tough one to call, but I think we're gonna have the Dudleys beat Bad Intentions. John and I are gonna take the 3D. 10 minutes, that was pretty short on time, but we could kind of use a short match to be... anyways. It's 20 minutes for the Brothers of Destruction Mega Powers match. Let's just not say anything and move quickly. Alright, listen, should he not say the N-word? No, is he a somewhat terrible person? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, he's a bit of an asshole. But, the late 80s and even his NWO run, yeah, he is a historic figure in the wrestling business. And, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, if one of these, where I think we're going to have Demolition get their first win. I think Smash is going to beat Robert Gibson. Gibson's upset. Who fucking cares? And then, what will not be the Midnight Express 2, it'll be the Midnight Express 1. Dennis Condrey, Bobby Eaton, taking on, The Shield. Kind of want to have them beat him, but it just ain't gonna happen. Finally, we're gonna give Seth Rollins his fucking win. There we go. Should have happened last time, but Roman got in the way of it. Alright. So we got our card lined up. We went over time, it looks like. Let's just look at the booking analysis. Oh, we still gotta do a Steal the Show and Technical Masterclass. Everybody else is ready to go, though. We got a lot of upset people. Fun times are ahead. First of all, this is going way the fuck down here. Midnight Express. Going here. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna bump this up a little bit thanks to Shawn Michaels. That's the opener. Two-man power trip and the Miracle Vines connection. We can put that right here. We can put this here. This is gonna go way up. This is going here. That's going down. This is going there. Oh, there. Kobashi Misawa against the APA is going right there. This is going down. About right there. Just trying to slowly map together this fucking map. Oh, this is going way the fuck up there. This is the main. And we're gonna switch out Baba Inoki for the Funks, Holy Demon Army. What a card this is. I mean, this card's awesome. Is it gonna underperform? Probably so. But that's the way she goes. I like the card as is there. Now we just gotta have a Steal the Show. We'll have this beat Steal the Show. And a Technical Masterclass. Which I'm not really sure. Let's first of all don't think this match needs to we'll keep it that long. I'm trying to think. Beer Money, maybe this. Yeah, this Beer Money. Strong Week Japan. Bumping down to 16. He's still pissed. Let's bump this down a little bit. Down to 20. And bump this down to 22. Or 21. Just to get something a little different. And this down a little bit more. One more minute to cut. Just cut this match. Or 2 more minutes to cut, rather. One here. And one here. Perfect. We did it. Well fun. Alright. So, I think we just gotta do a technical masterclass now. That is going to be a tough one. I don't know why I'm going here, but I'm just like, yo, Scotty. I think it's not gonna. Yeah, I remember because it's still thinks he's like Pick Papa Pump and not tag team Steiner Brothers era. Scott Steiner. Uh, I just got a bad feeling about all these on what should be the technical masterclass. We could bite the bullet and just have it be Brothers Destruction Mega Powers, and we know it's gonna be shit. I feel like that's a bad strategy. Let's go with this. Jericho, Nightmare Family, Wine. I mean, it's fucking slow on the card. Jericho's at least has his abilities. Maybe Dustin will. I doubt it. Yeah, I'm 53. Sure, Cody's somewhere in the same boat, mid 50s. Yeah, 58. Yeah. All right. I think we're ready to go now. Just double check. Yep, it's just the pre-show booking thing. All right. Let's start the show. 43 for the openers. We have a spinal disalignment for Smash. That's not good. As Demolition get the win, even though Rock and Roll Express outperformed them. Yikes! As Demolition Smash. Demolition get their first win. No more winless. As Demolition. Dean Malenko, the road agent. I just didn't realize that. As world class tag team in the Rockers, as the world class tag team outperformed most of them, but Shawn Michaels, as Marty Jannetty gets pins Jado with a rocker plex. So they are now in Jado and Ghetto's main field, fucking Japan, doing a great job. So 56. As this one would have been better if it was in America. That's all right. That's it's funny. Or just kind of haven't found the sweet spot yet for where we want. As the Shield feat Midnight Express in 940s. Seth Rollins pinning Dennis Condrey after pedigree. Seth Rollins with a 56 outperformed everyone. It's a 3D, but it didn't matter because Bad Indigents outperformed the shit out of them. Dudley Boys getting the win. This probably should have been for Bernard and Anderson, especially with the Japan ties, but that's it's no big deal. Bubba getting the 3D win, 10:09. I got a 64, 56 for everybody did ship at Jericho. He tried and he failed. As Big Show hitting Dustin after the code breaker into the knockout punch. Combos a 57. I mean, at least Shuji Ishikawa and Suwama are doing a little bit better. Tenzan carrying this one, doing most of the carrying. They beat Violence Giants 1942 with the Tin Koji Cutter. That's so, it's just sucks that the crowd, because the game is like kind of broken here, where they should not be like, because obviously, I mean, they'll be over in Japan. It's just they're assuming it's not Japan. It's just weird. Everything is 69 for Beer Money and Strong Big Japan as Daisuke pinning James Storm with a frog splash. Yeah, Daisuke and Yuji doing their thing. And Japan killing it. I would have loved a 70 or higher, but that's alright. We'll take a 69 there. Another 69 for Van Dam and Sabu against the Steiners. Scott and Rick, 68s for Scott, 57 for Rick. So, right team won against RVD and Sabu. It's the Steinerize for Rick Steiner and Steinerize and Sabu in 2021. Oof. Yeah, Scott Steiner would have murdered Sabu. No question. Would have been an instant. As Brothers Destruction, in the Mega Powers, Hogan hits the big boot in the leg drop on Kane for the 1-2-3. Yeah, I mean, Hogan, they outperformed him. So I guess is the right move there, but Savage was the underperformer of everybody, and Taker outperformed everybody. So it's wrong team there. It's a 75 for Kaiju. There's fucking Masahiro Chono's right there. It is. I could have swore he did shit in Japan the first time around. Maybe he was hurt or something. I don't know, but felt like he was still doing those poor ratings. But here with a 77 over the Road Warriors, they lose. Probably should have won, but that's neither here nor there. As Road Warrior Animal pinning Masahiro Chono to the Doomsday Device. It's a 78 for the two-man power trip. Miracle Vine's connection as kind of overthought Austin. It's like, he's going to do like his usual shit, but he's not in America. He's here in Japan. And, the Miracle Vine's connection outperformed him. No surprise there, but, I mean, they did a great job. Miracle Vine's connection. Just two-man power trip getting the win as Austin hits Cordy with a stunner. 63, dear God, as that was not what we wanted at all. I should have known better. Kevin Nash with a 42. Jesus Christ. It's Malenko with a 56, Scott All with a 54, and 65 for Crispin Moss. He tried and he failed. As an 80 for Masawa and Kobashi against the APA. Is yeah, Masawa and Kobashi go, listen, fuckers, you're now in our fucking territory, and we'll take care of this one. Burning Laird on Ron Simmons in 20 minutes. Yeah, I mean, that's Masawa and Kobashi for you. It's a 78 for the Rocket Sock Connection, the Baba and Inoki match, as Inoki and Baba 74-73, Mankind Rock 72-70. This could have been a hell of a main event for sure. It's the Rock and Sock Connection beating Baba and Inoki in Japan. People's Elbow on Giant Baba, 1936. Main events and oh no, not the main event. Jesus Christ, I'm getting ahead of myself. The Funks and the Holy Demon Army, as the Funks coming up short to the Holy Demon Army. As Toshiaki Kawada pinning Dory Funk Jr. after the Powerbomb Nodawa Utoshi combination. As Dory Funk Jr. was the weak link. Toshiaki Kawada with an 87. Tremendous. 82. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. 68. No one did above a 70. Bruiser was off his game. Maybe we should have just had to be a wild brawl and had to be like a mid-card match, because that was not it. As Hanson and Brody beat Bam Bam and Vader. First loss for Bam Bam and Vader. Big Dad and Dangerous take the fall. Stan Hansen pinning Bam Bam after the lariat. That's upsetting. That's not good. I mean, 71. It could have been a lot worse. Would have loved to have Holy Demon Army and the Funks, and then Kobashi Masawa as the main and co-main. That probably would have been the smart thing to do. I figured, hey, Hanson and Brody, Bam Bam and Vader. Yeah, that's the main event anywhere in the world. Guess not. It's not in old TEW, not in the old War of Immortals. So, let's give some love to Kobashi. Let's give some love for your fucking, for Ghetto there. And just a pop myself. And then, Masahiro Chono. It's like, hey, you're not trash. Just gotta book you where you need to be, in Japan. Have fun. As now, we're down to our final two shows of this episode. Week 8 of Premier League and the National League. At least we kind of got the National League back on track with that Japan show. Should we stay there? Should we not stay there? That's really the main kind of question, because I feel like if we stay in Japan, Jado Geto are better, but, the Rockers are shit. Two-Man Power Trip are not as good, but the Miracle Violence Connection's better. I mean, the Steiner Brothers are actually worse in Japan. The Road Warriors are kind of worse. They're somewhat the same. Same thing with like Hanson and Brody and Bam Bam and Vader. They're about the same. It's tough. It's tough to really choose and pick where everything's going to go. It's really, it's been a difficult struggle. I know the National League on paper is, this great league and great round robin tournament. But so far, it's been a struggle to kind of get the ratings out of them. And we just got to keep on working. Just got to keep trying and keeping everything going where fucking just shows are going to be better and the guys are going to get better. Yeah, I forgot he's got spinal disalignment. I'm assuming he's going to be out for a hot minute. He is. He's going to be out for a hot minute. Looks like it's going to be Crush now. Crush and X. Going to be taking on the rest of the ATL until he gets back. So yeah, on to the last two shows now. Alright, last Premier League show for this episode, week 8, the Nassau Coliseum. Obviously, hopefully, I guess I wouldn't say obviously, hopefully that might change, as if I can remember to do it. Let's just go ahead and do it now before I forget. So let's go to New England. Let's go up to the, oh, never mind. I want to at least have a nice jam-packed crowd. Mid-Atlantic, it's got 13,000. Great Lakes, 13,000. Yeah, I mean, Tri-State would have a lot of people. Oh, and Canada, in case we want to go that route. As we did the Maple Leaf Gardens, that had 14,000. That was back in week 8. We might run a Japan show, just for the fun. Yeah. Never mind. I guess that wasn't in Kanto. Let's good. Yeah, 14,000. So it was week 7. So we were at this last week. Just trying to see where we just might not have been at yet. Northwest is 12,000. Midwest 12,006. Might be. It's probably Mid Atlantic. Yeah, we'll just go Mid Atlantic. As I guess let's take a look at this new Davis Arena. Oh, that's a key location. It's got 500 people. Oh, that's where OVW was. I see. Wow, Mid Atlantic not doing hot. It's yeah. Where's the Greensboro Coliseum? That's 21,000. Great. Trying to think of it. Oh, can we go to the fucking Dean Center? Yeah, let's go to the Dean Dome. Oh, that's 21,000 deal. Damn. No. Oh, let's just search it. It's just fucking. It's anywhere between 10 and, let's say, 18. Yeah. Alright, so we got a DC Armory. We got a convention center. We got a First Mariners, Coalfield House. There we go. Let's just go to the North Charleston Coliseum. That works. Alright. So already I thought I saw our opening contest. Well, first of all, we'll do this one. This is an opening contest as well. So we'll bump down to 12. As Santana gonna beat Hayabusa. Of course, Shinzaki and Hayabusa just getting fucking killed by that injury. So the British Bulldogs. So this was supposed to be Bulldogs and Kenta Fuji, but fucking Dave Boy Smith tore his bicep on a house show. So now we have to do a handicap match. So let's great, and it's not set to default. How fun. Let's. Oh, do we not? Okay, let's. Alright. First of all, let's add that. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Add to the default matches. Get all the way down. So we don't, just in case this happens again, which I'm sure it will. As yeah, sometimes you might have a bye. Sometimes you might have a handicap matchup. In this case, we're going handicap. Just, there we go. It's all at the bottom. Just, because this is going to probably be a pretty good match with, the parties involved. Now we gotta put it back on default. There we go. Alright. As, Dynamite Kid. Poor Dynamite Kid all by himself there against Kenta Fuji. And, Kenta Fuji's gonna get the win. Although that'd be hilarious, Dynamite Kid got the win. Even if, being 1-on-2. So I'll have Kenta beat him. Oh. Slow build. Alright. Yeah. So, we can. I don't think we'll be able to get rid of it. Yep. Don't know why that's a thing. I'll never understand that. As the Hardy Boys and New Day, that's a good match. It's a really good match. So we'll bump that up time-wise. Slow build. And I'm giving the Hardys the win. I mean, they've just been on a roll. As Jeff's going to pin Kofi there. Yeah, it's a really good match. Motor City Machine Guns and Harlem Heat. As we'll keep the winning ways for the Guns here. Oh wow, we have Booker T already placed to win. Let's just take a look. Let's see how their standings are, because they started off really. They were 1-4, and then it became 1-5. Now they're 3 and 4. Should be. Yeah, 3 and 4. We can make them 500 right now, have them lose to Booker T and Stevie Ray, who I think have only won once as a whole. Let's take a look. Twice. They don't need it. They have 2 wins. I feel like it's an undeserved win if they do beat them. Shelly and Sabin, they're actually a talented team. Doyoshi Lucha Brothers. That's fun as hell. He'll have to be steal the show. As we're gonna have Doyoshi beat. Yeah, we'll have him beat him. Sada Yoshino over Phoenix. What a fun match this would be. So yeah, this should be Phoenix and Pentagon. They, I mean, they've done very well for themselves. They only lost to Kings of Wrestling and Phenomenal Angels. Now they'll lose to another team here in Doyoshi. Thus, we get a steal the show match in. As Arn and Tully against Generico. I think Arn and Tully, they went the distance. Now, undefeated no more, as Kevin Stane's gonna beat Tully Blanchard. Hell of a run, though. Almost 8 straight. As Bucks and American Wolves. I love I had this. I'd set to steal the show beforehand. I was like, oh yeah, we're setting up this tournament. Oh yeah, I mean, they'll find now. The Wolves, God help us all. There was set to steal the show. As Axis versus Generation Next. I think we're gonna finally have Generation Next gonna win here. It's been a hot minute, I feel like, since we've had them won a tag match here. Let's just take a look. Yeah, it hasn't been since they've had one win. We've kind of been having them job out. Let's change that. Let's have Jack. Let's have Roddy. Let's have Roddy beat Nakajima. That's what a wild statement that was. Dear God. Yeah, that's being alright. Alright, so World's Greatest Tag Team DIY. We know where DIY stand. They are just not at the level of everybody else. Bump that up. So Heart Foundation and Edge and Christian. We're gonna have Edge and Christian win. I think that's the right choice. Just from, I mean, Brett is gonna outperform Edge, but Christian's definitely gonna outperform Neidhart, where we're gonna have Christian beat Jim Neidhart. Yeah. Oh yeah, slow build. That's right. That's probably going to be the main, if not close to the main. London and Kendrick and Phenomenal Angels. Now this is another match that could be on the main. So we're going to give them 22 minutes. And AJ and Daniels are going to beat London and Kendrick, as AJ is going to hit Spanky with the Styles Clash. Golden Lovers Usos. That'd be a fun match. Be a really fun match. We're going to have Ibushi beat Jimmy Uso. That up. As the Eliminators and Ring Kampf. I'm going to give Ring Kampf the win. I'm going to have Thatcher beat Cronus. Red Dragon or Los Gringos Locos. I like it. To the and set the. How do we know? If I can. Oddbar can't work. As Kyle O'Reilly. Bar. And Conan Rey Mysterio Jr. against the Revival. We'll have Rey Mysterio Jr. and Conan get that one. We're going to give Conan a win. And tap out Scott Dawson with the Tequila Sunrise. And then KOW and the Briscoes. Which, that's a great match on paper. Will it perform? Probably not. It's 20 minutes. Slow build, and we're going to give the win to Hero over Mark Briscoe. Yeah. Let's see what we're doing time-wise. Perfect. Okay, let's bring that to here. Let's bump that down. This up. That way down. Gonna be the opener. Dynamite Kid and Kenta Fuji, we'll bump that to about here. This could be a lot higher. This is probably gonna, we'll just swap with that. I'm terrified of this match. We'll swap that with that. Wolves and the Bucks. You know the drill. Way down here. Yeah, let's bump that up. Actually, not too much. Just Swap it there. This is gonna go up. This is going here. And we're gonna swap swap that and that. Then swap this. Alright. Think we're good. Think we're good as far as where I like the card. It's Chad Patton, and we need a technical masterclass. That shouldn't be too hard. We'll just have to be this match. Yeah, we'll just have it be that. Noise. And, oh yeah, Chad Patton. I probably should have been looking. Maybe that he was reffing that match. He's reffing this one. Alright, there. Perfect. Nope, still not enough. Still. Oh no, okay, we're good. Good thing I fucking checked that. Now we'll run the show. Our last premiere show of this episode. It's a 69 right out of the gate. And Jinsei Shinzaki outperformed everybody. As if Hayabusa wasn't hurt, they probably would have got the win here. But that's neither here nor there is LAX getting the win with the street sweeper over Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. The 78 for the next match is the Young Bucks carrying the Wolves to a good one. It's a 78. Way to go, Bucks. Nick Jackson was angry as he was upset that he was almost injured by a botch move by Eddie Edwards. A 77 for the Guns over Stevie Ray and Booker T. Yeah, Booker T is just going down on the in-ring performances. It is not coming together, but Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin are doing a tremendous job. Making Detroit on Stevie Ray, 957. It's Conan and Rey Mysterio Jr. against the Revival, as Rey Mysterio Jr. outperforming everybody on that one, and Conan was outperformed by Dash Wilder and Scott Dawson, but Rey Mysterio Jr. was off his game too, and he still outperformed everyone. As that's a 77 there. As another 77 for Red Dragon against Eddie and Art Bar of Los Gringos Locos. As Kyle O'Reilly with a 70. 61 Bobby Fish chasing with Dragon on Art Bar in 12 minutes. Yeah, that's about right there. As an 80 for the Eliminators against Ring Kampf was Timothy Thatcher and Walter, 73-74. Perry Saturn, John Cronus. Cronus with a 55, Saturn with a 67. Poor Perry Saturn. He's going down the toilet as well. Yeah, this match doesn't go well. Usos with 49s, 82 for Omega, 75 for Ibushi. It's poorly timed, thanks to the rowdy crowd. Yeah, we probably should set that way the fuck down on the card before the crowd got rowdy. That's alright, as this match goes sour in a hurry, as no one's over in it. It's Generation Next beating Axis in 12-24. Roddy pinning Nakajima after skipping a generation. 69 for Go, 68 for Roddy, 64 for Jack, 62 for Nakajima. It's a close one, but Generation Next was the right team to win that one. Go Shiozaki still benefiting from being in amazing form. A 78 for DIY and World's Greatest Tag Team. Shelton's almost doing 80s. He was off his game, and he did a 76. Tremendous job. So at least Gargano and Ciampa are doing a little bit better now. But still, it's not going to be enough, I don't think, going forward for him. As Doyoshi and Lucha Brothers. Yeah, this is a banger of a matchup as Doyoshi get the undeserved win. Naruki Doi's injury with his, bone chips. That's, it's tough for him, but Masato Yoshinoya gets the win, tapping out Phoenix 13-28 as he outperformed. Oh no, Phoenix outperformed him rather. So yeah, wrong team won, but that's comes with the territory sometimes on that one. As a 78 for the Kings of Wrestling and the fucking Briscoes. As you see, Claudio has an 88. Just killing it over as the Briscoes mid-60s there. Hero pins Mark Briscoe with the King's reign spraying over nearly everyone. Way to go, Claudio. Just a fucking workhorse and a half. It's an 80 for the handicap matches. Kenta Fuji beating Dynamite Kid. Kenta at least outperformed Dynamite Kid. Marufuji was off his game as the Busaiku knee is the cider in that one in 1937. That got an 80. It's an 83 for the Hardy Boys in the New Day as Jeff Hardy with a 94. Dear God. Jeff pins Kofi with a Twist of Fate Swanton Bomb after the Twist of Fate Swanton Bomb combo. Yeah, Matt with a 79. He outperformed Biggie by, this Hardy Boys are really coming together. Obviously, what a team there. Has a 78 for London and Kendrick against the Phenomenal Angels. And the Phenomenal Angels probably should have won that one. It's Spanky with a 78. London with a 71. AJ 74. Daniels 68. Is again AJ pinning Brian Kendrick after the Styles Clash in 2201. Is Arn and Tully beating, or losing rather, to Stenerico? They probably shouldn't look at those fucking ratings. Arn Anderson with a 97, Tully with an 82. What a performance they have had. It's Kevin Steen pinning Tully Blanchard with a package pile driver. The first loss for the Four Horsemen. That is a tough one to lose to, but my God, that's a star-making. I was hoping for a star-making performance for Stenerica, but maybe it wasn't. Because I mean, Arn Anderson, that's not a 97. Jesus, I mean, just unbelievable stuff there. Another 83 in the main event, as Bret Hart with a 96, Edge with a 92, Edge and Christian beating the Hart Foundation. The right team won. Man, if we could have like Bret and Eddie like on a team, be like, all right, drop your worst guy, just come together as one team. Team be unbelievable, but Edge and Christian doing a tremendous job. I mean, it's just no end in sight for him. It looks like as Hart Foundation, tough loss for him. But another 80. What a great show! I mean, this is what we're talking about here. The 55 pop gain in all the regions, and 82. We had two 83s in the co-main and main. Plus, we had one as before we get to the co-main, as you know, with the Hardy Boys and New Day. It's just right behind it, that handicap match. Even though we had the Generation Next Axis match that didn't do too hot, and the Golden Lovers match Usos and the LAX Hayabusa, as I hiccup mid fucking talk there, as Hayabusa and Jinsei Shinzaki. Still was a fun ass show for sure. Man, who to put over? First of all, Claudio. I feel like we kind of do it a lot, but it's well deserved. In this case, let's give Alex Shelley some love. He's been doing really well, hitting 80s consistently. And Masato Yoshino, give him one. Big win, big performance for him. Great job by those guys. So now for our final show of the episode, Week 8 of the National League. What a shit show it will be. I can't wait. It's nice that the Premier League kicks it off. It's like, alright, you get to have, this is what it's all about. Then that's fucking National League. Rear its ugly head, and it turns into a shit show. How fun. Alright, let's end this episode off with a banger. That's what we're going for. Maybe we'll do it, probably not with this National League. We shall see. As there we go, we got so many backstage instances. Steve-O was being a jerk and threw a punch at Dr. Death. Obviously a terrible idea, as he gets beat up for it. I think you learned your lesson already there, but alright, so Shawn Michaels and Gory, which everyone, the clique, is being obnoxious to Gory Guerrero. Quit trying to fight an old man. Like, stop it. Just fucking stop it. Stu Hart, got a lot of heat for his selfish behavior. Stern warning, everyone's annoyed by it. All the Canadians are. How fun. And Masahiro Chono was, too. I was not ready for that. So, the Steiners being obnoxious provoked Paul Heyman into a huge argument. Everyone's just annoyed at everything I do. Nash is being... Let's just find him. Fuck you, Kevin Nash. You're gonna get fined. It's the clique being obnoxious to Vader. I love how Marty Jannetty's now in this clique. They're just like, oh yeah, you can be in here too. So let's find them. Fuck them. And they're annoyed. And we got some simmering tension. I guess I can try to pronounce that. Against Marty Jannetty. Demolition Axe brought before Wrestler's Court. Accused the family pick up his share of the tab on the shared rental car, as Undertaker found him guilty and sends him to pay full cost and reimburse his child partner. There you go. As so Demolition, speaking of acts, Smash is not gonna be able to perform for at least I think 3 weeks, maybe 2. Forget how long, for his spinal fucking disalignment. As we talked about, I kind of figured when I heard that injury, it's like that's probably gonna be out for a while. Not a whole lot while, but long enough to at least it's gonna fuck him up. As there they are. I was looking for him, as it's just gonna be. See if we can. Nope. All right, this is gonna go through this way. Crush. As oh yeah, and change Stan Lane as well. This is getting changed all over the place. There you go, that's Condra. Yeah, I don't know why we had it set for this long, but fuck it, we'll keep it going. As the winner of this, Dennis Condry. Bobby Eaton over Crush. Welcome to the ATL. The ATTL. All-time tag league as Steiners and the Dudleys. Why do I feel like we've done this before? It's so weird. It's definitely not a thing that we've done. Yeah, I don't know why. It just, I was like, that sounds favorite. So both these teams have done fairly well in the all-time tag league. The Dudleys, they're at the beginning, and they lost to Bam Bam and Vader, and they've won ever since. Steiner Brothers have went on a bit of a tear, but have lost throughout the way. I think they lost to Bam Bam and Vader, and that's it. So yeah, they two teams have just basically lost to Bam Bam and Vader. Tough one to call. Tough one to call. Let's just kind of compare this, right? I know Rick's going to do bad compared to Devon. So we're just going to look at Devon's stats. Yeah, I mean, Devon, that was in Japan, so we shouldn't use that as the basis. Yeah, he did a 62 last time. I think against Jericho, he pulled off a 69 somehow. I want to say that was a anomaly, but yeah, we're going to go with Steiner Brothers. It's just tough. It's tough. Scotty's going to beat Devon. It's tough. Tough one. Tough to call. Shield and Jericho. Yeah, we're going to keep Jericho winning. Big Show's going to take out Roman. It's tough. Tough one. Just because I feel like Roman does great sometimes, and then he's just really, his inconsistencies really shown in this mod. It's really been the big thing I've seen. I mean, he started out with a 66, which is not terrible. I felt like, well, that was Japan, too. I did the same fucking mistake. Yeah, I mean, he just did a 52 against the Rock and Roll Express. Against Baba Nogi, did a low 60, but yeah, it's tough. Tough to justify beating. It was Kobashi Masawa against the Mega Powers. Oh, you already know. You already fucking know. Get the Kobashi to give Hogan a burning hammer. Double right on this racist goddamn head. Oh, he's gonna be pissed. Oh, yeah, you knew that was coming. Nightmare Family and RVD Sabu. RVD Sabu, it's been a hot minute since they won one, so that's nice to see them getting a win in their belt. The Rockers and the Malenko, and Benoit busted Malenko brothers. Joe Malenko on the mind as Dean over Marty. Hell yeah. It's the Rock and Roll Express against the Rock and Sock Connection. Yeah, well, let's get Mankind to win. There, two-man power trip, Bam Bam and Vader. Let's have this be Steal the Show, just to change it up. And, so, Vader beat Hunter. Yeah, he's gonna be upset. Yeah, saw that coming. Outsiders beer money. Give that win to Scott. Scott over James Storm. Strong Big Japan Bad Intentions. We'll give Bad Intentions that win. Bernard. Yuji Kobayashi. Miracle Violence Connection to Muto and Chono. Let's spice it up. Let's give Kaiji Muto the win as over Terry Gordy. They do that as they just lost to the two-man power trip not too long ago. I mean, they've lost only two teams, two-man power trip and the Steiners. Now Muto and Chono, so that's a big time. Yeah, I mean he's that's how it'd be Doc instead. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like Kaiji Muto's pop isn't that bad. Yeah, it's in the 50s. Yeah, fuck it. We'll probably bump that time up as a Holy Demon Army against the Brothers of Destruction. Brothers of Destruction are gonna meet their downfall. Akira Taue is gonna beat the end. Actually, they already met their downfall. They lost to the fucking Mega Powers. That's right. Yeah. I forgot they already lost to the Mega Powers, but they're gonna lose again. So they're gonna lose The fucking Kiritawa and Doshak Kawada, the Holy Demon Army. Yeah, I mean... yeah. Fuck it. Let's keep it going. Let's just piss off everybody. The APA and Hiroshi Tenzan, Satoshi Kojima. Tengoji, they're not over. Even though they've only won 3 times. Once was against the Finance Champs, once was Beer Money, which I felt like I was in Japan, that's why that went so well. Look at that, the stats, it looks like it did. Yep, it sure was. It was in Budokan. And then they beat World Class Tag Team. Do we have them beat the APA is the question. I say, yeah. Yeah. As I will have it be Tenzan. Felt like we've had Kojima win a good bit. Yeah. Yeah. Road Warriors and the Funks. What a match. As we'll bump that up. Give that a little bit more time. As, well, the Funks get the win there. Have, Terry. Nah, never mind. Let's have Animal give Dory Funk Jr. the Doomsday device. So, Violence Giants of the World Class Tag Team. This is going to be a terrible opener of terrible proportions. let's give Shuama the win, as Suwama's going to beat Jado. Suwama beat Jado. They're winless no more. Bob and Inoki against Hanson and Brody. Keep it at 15, and yeah, let's have Hanson. Hanson beat Inoki. Alright. This is an absolute clusterfuck of epic proportions. First of all, we're putting that here. We're gonna put Demolition and Midnight Express way the fuck down here. Road Warriors of the Funks can go up here. As Rock and Roll Express and the Rock and Sock Connection can go about right here. So, right there. This, I do not like this card one bit. There's just a lot of stuff where I'm like, man, this could be better off in Japan, and there's some stuff that I'm like, well, this should probably be here. We just have a lot going on. Chad Patton, and we need a technical masterclass. Great. As, the technical masterclass is going to be this match. Yeah. And we need Chad Patton to... Oh, it's a 2-for-1. How glad we saw it in Chad Patton. Go Iwata. That should have done it. This Chad Patton really is overbooked. He really is overbooked. Wow. Violence Giants, and nope. Demolition Midnight Express. Nope. Son of a bitch. Hanson Broad. Nope, is that it? Nope. God damn. Let's go the other way now. Let's go Steiners. Dudley Boys. Come on. Nope. Fuck. It's Shield and Jericho. There we go. Mickey J. Alright, I think we're finally good. Good to go. Everyone's pissed. Let's run. Let's run this show. Yeah, 37. Saw that coming. Shuji Ishikawa and Suwama. Violence Giants, they get their first win. Suwama submitting Jado. Yeah. What a terrible way to start the show, they said. Yeah. As, through 46, as Dennis Condrey breaks his toe. As, wow, actually... Axe's smash, well, I mean, the injury definitely took a toll on Dennis Condrey, but, I mean, looks like Axe and at least Crush is, it's so funny. I'm like, oh, they did alright. They're doing, like, low, the best guy was Bobby Eaton, he did a 53. And Axe and Crush are all over the place, they're timing-wise. This National League went to shit so fast, as Demolition Crush got some heat backstage, because he caused the broken toe. Well, there we go, Hanson and Brody doing well against Baba and Inoki. As, Brody was off his game, but still did alright. As Hanson hitting Inoki with a lariat and pinning him at 13-24. 72. probably the best rating we'll get all show. As yeah, the APA undeservingly lose to Tenzan and Kojima. Dengoji gets the win. Let's move on. As 68 as Rock and Mankind beating the Rock and Roll Express. So Mankind submitting Ricky Morton with the Mandible Claw. I got 60. Oh, there we go, a 73. It's another upset for as the Holy Demon Army beating the Brothers of Destruction. It's Undertaker and Kane, outperforming them. Probably should have won Kane and the Undertaker, but Taue submitting Undertaker with a crossface chicken wing. It's a 69 for the Miracle Vines Connection. Kaiji Muto, Masahiro Chono. As Muto outperformed Terry Gordy, but Steve Williams could not outperform, or Chono couldn't outperform Dr. Death Steve Williams. It's a shining impact on Steve Williams in 1610. It's a 62 for the Strong Big Japan. Bad, and this should have been in Japan. This would have been 10 times better. But Bernard over Yujiro Kobayashi, Magic Killer in 1307. I got a 63 for the Outsiders, Beer Money matchup as Scott Hall trying his best to carry this match. He just can't do it. That's a 63. And a win, though, for the Outsiders at the Outsiders Edge in 1316. And 81. I'll be a son of a bitch as Austin doing his part for the two-man power trip, but Vader and Bam Bam outperforming Triple H. As I got an 81, I don't know how. I am shocked. What a match. As Vader hitting the Vader bomb on Triple H. It's a 68 for the Technical Masterclass, yeah. Yep, just badly placed there, but still would have been about the same either way. Dean Malenko submitting Marty Jannetty with a Texas Cloverleaf in 2048. 68 again for Van Dam Sabu over the Brotherhood, the Nightmare Family, as Van Dam with a 72, Sabu with a 70, 55 for Dustin, 47 for Cody Rhodes. It's a 77 for this next matchup as the Road Warriors rightfully beat Dory Funk Jr. and Terry Funk as getting the win with the Doomsday Device in 1947. 77, I'll take that as the Mega Powers and Kenta Kobashi and Mitsuharu Misawa. They did about the same. That makes me feel good, as, Kobashi did the same as Hogan, and Hogan was bitching up a storm. Fuck him. Fuck him, that's what I say. As Jericho and the Shield, could have went the other way if Roman would have been a little bit better, but, is what is. Jericho with a 70, Big Show with a 68, Rollins with a 72, and Roman with a 59. Tough one. So the Dudleys and the Steiners are the main event. And Scotty dragging this one to a 74 with a 78 performance. Bubba did it, he did his part there with a 73. So the right team won. Scotty submitting Devon with a Steiner recliner in 1952. The Nassau Coliseum for this show. So, yeah. Listen, it was a 74. It could have been a lot better, but it could have been a lot worse, too, at the same time. We've had, low, mid-60 shows so far. We had a fucking 37 as the opener. Could have been worse. But I'm happy that at least we had the Bam Bam Vader and two-man power. We should have had that been the main event, obviously. Well, I just can't really figure out this, at least the National League, how I'm going to set up these cards. Because I'm like, alright, that's going to do great. It's like, alright, there's some other matches that outperform. It's just kind of the inconsistency for some of these teams are really been, off the mark on a lot of them. On where a lot of these matches should go. So I'm going to give Scott Steiner some love. I'm going to give Scott Hall some love as well, just to kind of try to sway that. And, let's Austin. He's doing his thing. There we go. As that will do it for this episode 3 of the All-Time Tag League. It's clear now. We have the Premier League doing great stuff, and we have the National League being an absolute shit show and a circus. The backstage incidents, the shit show of guys not performing. It's been all over the place, but it's been fun. It's been fun. It's just the two complete dichotomies of the two groups. They're just polar opposites of each other. It's a lot of fun to book. As until next time, we will catch you for more all-time Tag League action.